tearing at the seams. Hope was lost, or so it seemed. From the chaos, heroes rise, bound by fate. They synchronize. Nexus Rangers, defenders through the storm and strain. Nexus Rangers, stronger now through fire and pain. Legends forged in fractured light, power burning, shining bright. Side by side they face the fight. Together they bring back the night. Nexus Rangers, power drawn from time's divide. Nexus Rangers, one for all unified. When danger strikes, they harmonize. Stand tall, power on. Synchronize. Nexus Rangers, synchronize.
Hello, hello. It's time to play some games. Session 6 of Power Rangers called the White Haze. Hello. Welcome to tonight's show. We're gonna pop it in a couple minutes. We're still waiting on Chaos. He's alive, but he's got to sign in and all that fun stuff. We've been playing poker ahead of time. But before we get started, we're gonna do quick reviews and things like that, and go over our last Rangers review because our Purple Ranger, I believe, was your session last time, right?
Sure was.
Sure was. And then we do have a slight amount of retcons after you give your review from our handy dandy chaos, as one of the main enemies we are dealing with is his creation, and I made some DM mistakes and he's going to retcon it for us, so it is all cleared up for those watching later for when we animate this to be live action. It'll be great.
Last time on Trauma Rangers.
Is that
Oh
easy?
yeah. Okay, so now it's my turn. It's my turn to go now.
Yes, sir.
All right. So what was it? We last left, and oh god, that was a lot. Broke up into two. We split the party, to say the least. What was it? It was Carter, Rhea, and Ellie. They all went to do kind of a little secret assault on the enemy's bases or base of operations, and kind of do whatever finagly, sneaky stuff they can do, and ended up shenanigans where Rhea decapitated somebody.
Rhea did indeed decapitate somebody.
So that was fun. Then they had fun shenanigans with the little time portal there, and that was also fun because none of us on the other side knew exactly what the hell's going on. Because while they were doing all that, we being myself, Nathan, and our
Vincent.
angry yellow guy, Vincent. Yeah, yeah. He who shall not be named. We were going to do essentially handle whatever business was happening on an invasion at the art district. I was a little one-sided, or single-minded, and
I got hit a lot.
Yeah, I got hit a lot. I had a boom boom go exploding in my face. Thankfully,
pushed you out of the way
Vincent
for
actually
that.
saved my ass. Found Leah with her insides on the outside, so that was traumatizing.
Not typically desired, no.
No, not for living beings. Got her to safety. Got outside, saw that Rito and Goldar were fighting the bad guys as giants, really, already. So they were kind of like stomping around and getting shot at, not only from the ground, but also up in the sky. I summoned the Q-Rex. Through some really cool quantum shenanigans, we were able to swap Vincent back out for Bobby, who was running from the Death Ranger. And then some more shenanigans, we were able to use the QRX to shoot down the ship in the sky, and then we did more stompy with the QRX to kind of clear out a little bit more of the bad guys in the art district, and I tailed it back to base to kind of regroup. And it was there that seeing Leia on the table, just kind of comatose and critical condition, I ended up going from just a singular tie to 3 ties. And that was fun.
You were the tie, no die.
Yeah, exactly. So now I am
a tri-tie, if you will.
A tri-tie.
Almost like a mai tai.
A bi-tri-tie?
I try my tie. And so I am now tribe wisdom, tribe passion, tribe anger. Those are the three beings demorphed. That's who I am now. So me, myself, and I.
Yep. And for those of you
and
watching,
of course, there's a bunch of other.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
And then for those of you watching, they're like, well, can he be 3 Power Rangers? No, unfortunately, he's still just 1 Purple Quantum Ranger. Though there is a possibility that he could. We do have a stone that would allow him for his duplicates to, we'll say, commandeer some of his previous forms.
Which one was that?
The crystal one.
Not the new one I picked up.
No, not the new one you picked up. The crystal one that we got from our former White Ranger, former Silver Psycho.
Well, okay. Then there's some lovey-dovey shenanigans that are happening.
There do be that.
Yeah, there's lots of lovey-dovey stuff going on, which will probably be touched on tonight, so I won't talk too much. Bobby and Rhea.
It'll get touched on. Wink, wink, smiley face.
Oh, all right. Don't make me get squawks in here.
Time out. I have the sound effect. Let me get to it. I gotta get there. Why is it slow scrolling? Stop it. Found it. Here it is. There we go.
Yeah.
Don't make me get the seagull in here. Don't make me get the seagull in here.
Towards the end of the session, I got a phone call from a contact of mine saying that she had found the location of two of the remaining crystals, and that she was near one, and that the other was in the desert being flown around by a giant bird. And I had to make the ultimate choice of picking which one to go to, and I chose to go to her. I found her. She wasn't alive. She had already been killed. And then I fought a stag. I fought a stag monster, which, after playing, was probably some nod to the former stag zord that I had, unknowingly. And wrote, you can say yes or no, or I'm not saying anything.
I mean, I had it visualized as the Wendigo, so it was definitely like a corrupted stag. It definitely had purple themes and that kind of stuff. So, for you dealing with it, being your personal monster, great motif, and I like it. But it wasn't specifically made like that. That was just random happy storytelling. But I'm gonna take credit for it.
Great.
So,
happy, is that what we're calling it?
Yeah, it's happy accidents.
The other thing
handled that monster though.
You did. That was probably the best Purple Ranger fight, and no one else was there to watch it. Is the worst part.
I know. So sad.
You just come back.
The audience saw you.
Right. Exactly.
That's what matters.
Side note, fun note. We got new battle maps. Dun, 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 dun.
Which is incredible for everyone besides me.
Hold on, you blacked out.
Yeah. Okay. You'll see it later, but it's the giant book of cyberpunk maps made by Loke Battle Maps. I've got a couple other things already, but this one I had to get because it definitely has more modern-y cities and that kind of stuff that fits more of our vibe that we've been rolling, so we don't have to use the old destroyed city that we've been using for 90% of our battles. We can go other places besides Town Square. But all that being said, tonight's episode is about our White Ranger. Is Chaos almost ready, or is he still working on his way home?
He is currently getting food.
Okay, so he'll be here shortly, and again we'll get some retcons from him in a little bit. But yeah, we basically ended with everyone back at base. chilling, relaxing, quote unquote, the Purple Ranger had picked up a new stone. Do you remember what stone you picked up and what it did and all that fun stuff?
I have some notes. You might have to like fill in some of the blanks, but it's the ethereal opal.
Yep.
And when I attune to it, I can talk to any of my allies, mentally,
Yep.
no matter where they are, where I am, which is awesome. The other thing is that I can also regain a number of story points. I think was it?
It's all the story
Was
points
there a
used
number
in a
on it?
session. So
Okay,
you just
all the story points in the
restock
session.
to what we started at the very beginning. So
Which
with
combo's great? Which combo's
Well-
great for me because I provide an additional story point.
Wait, a question on that,
Mhm.
because every story point that we use,
Mhm.
Rook, you get as a GM.
no, I have
So
my
does
own.
that take
I
away
have
from your?
no. I have my own
No,
pile.
you get. I understand, but technically, every story point we use, you get. So it's like a constant level, like the constant leveling of things.
Yeah, see, that's how Star Wars does it. For
You
the
just-
rules that I read, it was I get my own pile of stuff that I can use as we go along, and I do all the time without telling you guys because I don't need to let you guys know when I'm making extra rolls for enemies.
Sure.
But a lot of the times I use it for story stuff. So like if something terrible happens, I'd probably use the story point to push it forward to make it make sense, and that kind of stuff.
Oh, perfectly fine.
But how I've been playing is I just have the same starting number as you guys, and we go from there. And then if you guys gain one, I also gain one. So like when you guys get your
Okay.
fails, that's when I get one too.
All right, no qualms for me then.
So it balances
hash
out
that out
eventually.
later.
But to answer your question, if you use the thing, I also get to get the thing. So it just whatever. But if I haven't used any, I only can max out at what we start with.
Okay.
So if we start with 8,
Got it.
that's my max. If I haven't used 8 and you are like I charged through all of them, then I am SOL. You know what I mean? Yeah, I lose
okay.
3 story points. Oh, ah. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I think I've used maybe 2 every session has been my average. I think there was one that I used more than 2. And when was that one? That was the season finale for season 1. That I used all of them. That one.
Wouldn't be surprised given all the death you tried to give us.
Had to make it dramatic, baby. So we're still waiting on chaos, but that's okay. Anything else we need to go over before we push? Oh, let's go over our leveling up stuff. And I just realized I haven't opened my character sheet or the city sheet.
I just realized I've been muted for a while.
How dare you? Oh, now everyone can see
You
my
call
files.
yourself professionals.
Step up for a sec.
Do we?
Wow.
I don't know.
I'm pretty profesh.
Ish.
Sometimes.
No, I was just cracking. He's like, I'm going to stop befriending NPCs because they just die.
Wow. I'm not really arguing with that statement, but you've had several NPCs that have made it the entire time. Get out of here, Files.
No, Carla died. You said Carla died in the last session.
You-
rolled
yes.
randomly to see.
Yes, I did.
all
100%.
lost somebody.
You are correct.
Yeah, had to come
But there are other NPCs that haven't died
for our own
that we know of.
Yeah, Sprocket. Sprocket is still around.
Sprocket's still around. Pitbull's still around. Hawk is still around. Carter's girlfriend that you guys have ignored this entire time is still around.
Carter has a life outside of being an emo cowboy?
Yeah, 100%.
He has never mentioned said girlfriend, at least not in my ears.
His cat is still around, right?
Right. His cat's still around, yeah.
Please
All those
cat.
hospital workers that we made friends with when we're going to the hospital constantly were Ray still around for the most part. There's plenty of NPCs that are still alive. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, to fun note, I don't think I've mentioned his significant other outside of like
all.
the second episode because it just hasn't come up literally ever.
All right, you said you want to get into level up stuff, right?
Yes, please. I'm just pulling up my Dogwood stuff.
I'm gonna have to wait on mine because Chaos is still logging in and I need access to my updated.
Let's go. We'll give you time. If you're ready to go, Jared, go.
Yep, mine's simple and easy. So I leveled up to level 13 Gold Ranger with the spectrum shift in there. It does some wonky stuff, but I'm effectively a level 13 Gold Ranger. I got a +1 to strength, which put another point into my conditioning. So now I have 8 hit points. And my morphed base toughness is 22 now, before activating any fancy schmancy defense boosting stuff when I morph. Blah, 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 blah. I did not get any perks or anything like that. My personal power went up, so my personal power is now 11. And I got a new ranger feature. That's what it was. I got multi-counter. So now when I use my Golden Guardian roll perk, which is something I can use to counterattack when I take a hit for somebody else, I can now make a counterattack for every hit that I take for another player in that turn.
Nice.
So I'm just going to use you as a walking shield and just shoot things.
That's what the Gold Ranger's for. And I'm gonna be sticking around the White Ranger because our features feed back off of each other. Because I get a +1 to defenses anytime I'm near an ally, and she provides buffs. So
how very fitting.
She's your other half at this point.
You guys synergized on accident, or shall we say
as
synchronized?
As long as I am adjacent to an ally, I gain +1 on all defenses.
Nice.
Which is where I want to be, as the tank, next to an ally.
Man. All right. If no one else,
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Before I do that, surprisingly, I have a higher toughness than Bobby does right now at base level. I start out at 24. I'm so surprised. Anyway, I leveled up. Hey, buddy. I got a +1 in speed, so now my speed is now 7. So maybe morphed evasion 17, and I took a D6 in targeting. So anytime I get to use my quantum blaster, I get all them extra dice. I was supposed to get a 4th quantum power, but I think I put it in my sheet already, so I didn't take it. So
Oops.
Yeah, that was an oopsie on me. I think I was looking at the table and I looked at 13 instead of 12 for like the quantum 4, and I was like, I looked and I was like, wait, why do I have 4 already? Oh well, I guess I just won't take one. I'll be a good boy.
Take them all. Use them all. Wow.
Oh well, all right. I got the DM's permission. I'm going in. So yeah, I still have my focus strike, the Cuprex portal, the solo shot, and the quantum cut. So
nice.
Yeah.
Quantum cuts.
I get one more though eventually.
Is there any other options, or is that?
There are like 3 more options.
Okay.
One of them I don't need because it has to do with how I morph. It's like a morphing explosion. But I already have power quake. So, and we already show up morph most of the time anyway. What is the other one? I have it pulled up. Momentary blur, where I can for at least 1 turn increase my evasion 3. And interspatial pause is another one where I can spend 3 personal power, and me along with all my allies within 5 feet are essentially in a pocket dimension for 1 round, so nothing can happen to us.
Solid.
Oh, and my personal power went up to 10.
I like our personal bubble of safety.
See, now you want to be around me.
So the team therapist can literally create a safe space?
Exactly.
Poetic. Oh, you guys ready for mine?
Sure.
Yeah.
13 is really boring for Green Rangers. They don't get much of anything. I had a plus to my strength, which I took and put in my conditioning, so I'm at a whopping 6, baby. My toughest is a base 19, though, so I now have a total morph of 25 before any other silliness. And that's really it. Just those 2 things. Easy
Did
peasy.
you say level 13?
Yes.
Guess what?
You gotta level up.
I get a +1 bonus to my smarts. and I can add it to anything now. So I think I'm going to do technology so that I'll have a D6 in technology.
Solid. Oh, I guess I forgot. I also got a personal power, so I'm at 13 now after the wingsuit upgrade and my personal weapon thingy.
I literally just get that one thing for level 13.
All right. Ray, Chaos, you guys get any fun levels up for your 13?
Sorry, technical difficulties.
Very technical difficulties. My computer is being very bullshit right now. Okay, so for Phantom Ranger, I've got my second extra attack. I got a +1 into my personal power capacity, and I took it up in strength, but I can't tell you what I put it in because I can't get my character sheet up. Rhea also got an up in strength. Also got her second extra attack. Her grid relic weapon now rolls a 1d10, and she also got 1 into her personal power capacity.
Wait, do you mean you get a second attack now, or you have 2 second attacks? You strike 3 times.
A second extra attack.
Wow. Okay, just throwing all the punches. All right, good. That means I can start throwing tengas and other 4 health enemies at you.
That's for girls.
Next level, I get my second extra attack. So
I don't know why I get look at the book. But cool. All right, so that's everybody. Chaos. While you were dealing with your technical stuff, we did have some retcons. We talked about this in the chat. If you want to explain stuff really quick, because like I said before, since we're dealing with your quote unquote babies, I would like to tell the story appropriately to your vision. So, what did I get wrong? What do we need to fix? What can I tell better in the future?
So it wasn't a huge thing. First off, the Tarasi Empire, it's a freaking empire. They've conquered so many different races that not every soldier is going to be, a Tarasi race. KS, who you all briefly met, well, I should say Carter briefly met, and then, between him and Rhea, very much decapitated very quickly. She was not actually Tarasi. In fact, hang on. Come back here real quick. Just show you some stuff right here. Stuff and the things. Anyways, yeah. So when when Rook said, she's got these glowing white eyes and white hair, yes, that all that was true. She had like this futuristic suit on, sort of thing. But yeah, it was just the minor details that weren't worth correcting at the time. But,
Gotcha.
Yes.
She was a would be human though, right? Or at least that's more what she looked like, comparatively to the
She
blue
was
Tarasi.
she was some humanoid. She's still an alien race. I just never named that race. Tell me anything. I don't know.
Okay. Weird. I was pronouncing it earlier as what I saw. Someone confused it with MILF, which made me get giggle. So it was Lilf. That's what it was. Yeah, they're Lilfs. You're gonna take anything back to your game, whatever you call that race, call them Lilfs because it'll make me giggle every time.
Well,
no, I like the other name better.
Well, you know what your sister is full of.
To be 100% fair to our GM, again, I didn't, I kind of flew off the wall with these things. I don't really know. I just kind of created them and then kind of left a lot of them because most of them were defeated. So it didn't matter too much to me at that point. But here's a little picture of what she looked like, also, for in the group chat.
For those of you, for
Ooh.
those of you viewing, I'm going to just move my Google Doc over. Dun dun dun. There she is.
Fighting off Rhea's style.
Yeah, a little bit. But anyways, yeah, so it was just, and unfortunately, due to real life events, I had to cancel that game anyways. I'm not in a good position to GM a game right now,
Unfortunate.
but very glad to be here at the very least.
We're glad to have you guys, dang it. So, now that we got that all fixed up, let's get into today's story. And we are going to cutscene directly into the White Ranger hanging out with Bobby in the mechanics bay. Just the two of them as they are discussing something. The only other person that is there with them currently is a very inquisitive little white dragon.
And so Zeph is kind of just like hanging on Rhea's shoulder,
Yar,
kind of
yes.
like twiddling her claws a bit. And Rhea kind of goes to Bobby like, so I was considering doing a test drive on my power wings. Are you okay holding the fort while I go do that?
I mean, sure. I mean, what do you need me to do?
Just help with others' training if they need it. I'm just gonna be doing a few laps. She's kind of like
All right.
eyeing Zeph like, stay quiet.
All right. I mean, if this is going to work, I got to trust you're going to be just upfront with what you need. So I'll take you at what you say.
Right. Well, she like sidles up to him, kisses him on the cheek, and it's like, be back.
I'll see you then. He just kind of gives an awkward smile. He gives an awkward smile, like, he's enjoying this. He just still has no idea what he's doing.
Oh, Bobby. She's gonna be giving you a heart attack in a sec.
You say you gave him a heart attack in the sack?
No!
Sack.
That's a way to go, but man, you guys are young still, aren't you?
Daniel, bring the med kit.
Right, get the morphine. All right. Though DM suggestion, this might be the appropriate time to make the upgrades to your kit that you had talked about. This is a good time to talk to him about it.
Oh, she comes running in. Forgot to mention what I have planned. Zephyr and I have figured out that she can actually combine with my suit, and I can use her wings.
Well, that'd be mighty useful. I mean, it'd give you a bit more maneuverability than the power wing in general. I mean, it's jet propulsor, at least repulsor, and he just kind of goes on techno, then stops himself. It's like, what do you need from me?
How fast and quiet do you think I would be in flight?
Well, certainly more quiet. Certainly more quiet than anything that has a propulsion system. Using your wings, you might maybe move a bit slower, but you definitely have the element of surprise.
So, say I just wanted, as an example, I just wanted to listen in on a conversation.
I mean,
without being spotted.
I mean, I guess if you just didn't flap too hard or knock anything over, I mean, as long as you're not making noise or drawing attention, yeah, I don't see there being a problem.
Good. Got it.
The DM is making another note. This is a perfect example or time for you guys to modify her armor using a modification check, like you would with any other item, to make sure that Zeph can attach effectively. So it's not going to fall off without design. I mean, Steph isn't actually going to drop her while they're flying and that kind of stuff. Basically, building an extra harness for her jetpack specifically to allow for these wing things.
That's a technology check.
It is yes, it will be a technology check, and the TM for it, since this is I don't even know if it would be under experimental. I think this technically would fall under standard upgrades. That's what I'm going to call
Yeah,
it.
I
so
mean,
it's not a terrible,
if she
terribly
can-
hard upgrade.
If the dragon can form at least partially its more mechanical, physical form, I can. Bobby can do his thing because it's in what do you call it, like pet mode now, right?
Pretty much.
It's not a Zord
Okay,
currently.
so assuming he can follow along with the technological stuff, and he did take Zord repair as a power if that influences anything fluff wise, but yeah, that's a 16.
I will give you edge on that just because you are competent with working with Zords.
All right, roll the other d20, see if it's better. Nope. It is not. It was a 2. So yeah, we're sticking with 16.
16 is good enough. This would be well, actually 16.
Yes.
Okay, so this is a prototype style upgrade. So that is actually under its TM bit. Would you like to use a story point to try again? And
Sure. Or unless there's another option.
So you
I mean,
get to reroll all of the edge, right?
yes, it's a whole reroll. And or you can roll or burn 2 story points and also get expertise if you don't already have expertise in technology.
I don't have expertise, so yeah, let's do that.
All right, burning 2 of those handy dandy points.
I mean, we're burning my extra, and then, you know. All right, rolling. See if it's any better. It is. So that is a. Sorry, dice everywhere. I have a tiny table. Okay. 18 this time.
Total?
Total, yeah.
Dang. Okay, well, that is...
It's better than the last roll.
It is better than the last roll, but it is still not quite good enough. Let me read the word on this 1 second.
Well, actually, I do have the survivor perk that allows me to reroll once, so I could do that once per scene, I want to say. It might be once per session.
Well, it might be worth it at this point.
What are you trying to find, Rook?
What is the
Yeah,
highest?
I'm reading the descriptions between restricted and prototype categories to see which one this would apply to appropriately. It feels like prototype because no one else has it, and it's on a
I
wing.
thought you just said it was standard.
No, standard's literally a 0. I was thinking the wrong system.
Yeah, and the reroll wouldn't help because the die I rolled because temporary expertise, the die I rolled a 1 on is a D4, and that would only, that wouldn't bring me up to the total I had. So 18 is where I cap, folks, for this particular check.
Do you need some assistance from another tech savvy nerd?
Can I put him on? Can I call him on the communicator when I hit my roadblock and be like, "How does this work?"
I will 100% allow it, but this will be the last and final check that I let you guys make.
All right.
Okay.
I think he should make the check because he's walking me through it at this point.
I would like to make the check, Roger.
Okay, I will allow it.
Okay. I would also like to activate one of my idea points to gain edge on this.
This is a morphing grid technology, so I will allow it.
Okay. Where's the light? Hey, okay, so how is a 22, a 19, and a 3?
That is enough.
Yay!
So, you have been outfitted with a prototype upgrade to your armor there, White Ranger. It allows you to connect to your Zord. What this grants you the abilities to do is, A, silent flight, like you guys were just talking about, because you don't have to use your propulsion system. You can still use it and it goes back to your normal speed. I will allow the wing speed to be the same thing as your propulsion speed. It'll literally just be aesthetics between what style you're using. But the important part of this upgrade is Zeph can fire over your shoulder because he's attached to you and acts like a shoulder cannon while in this prototype phase. The downside is he is no longer fluffy dragon. He reverts to his mechanical version to fit into. Oh, sorry, she. She never reverts to her mechanical version to attach to the back of your armor. But she then becomes a would-be flamethrower that's on your shoulder, which does, I believe, a cone that does 3 fire damage? Sound right to you? What's her... What is her big attack that she does for her when she is a Zord?
She's got bite and wing blast.
Wing blast. Didn't she have a flamethrower ability, or is that one something that we gave her from something else?
Yeah, from one of the Megazord things.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, how much damage does your wing blast do?
Wing blast does. It has a range of 50, 120. Affects energy 3.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
3 energy.
since she is small and can smaller, she will instead pew an ice breath flamethrower esque weapon that's a 15-foot cone that does 3 damage.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I was just gonna say, so we get it all like set up, like she's in her morph form and it's attached, and we're all like ooh right now.
Yep, 100%. I will make a note that using the flamethrower ability will be a full turn action, so even if you have like extra attacks and things like that, using the flamethrower burns all of your possible actions.
All right.
He's just kind of, you catch him kind of gawking at you now that you have the dragon upgrade.
You can't see it, but Rhea's blushing at him, just staring at her.
Oh, sorry. You just gave me a really cool idea, and he just kind of gestures over to the Duke. The Duke has a robot mode now. We could maybe recreate this particular configuration between the Duke and your dragon in Zord form.
She tilts her head in like total interest, like that sounds like fun.
Then we can share a cockpit.
She covers her face in embarrassment.
Carter walks by. That's phrasing. Phrasing, dear God, phrasing.
Yeah, he realizes it as he says it, and he's just kind of like, just gonna move forward here.
I hang up the phone.
You cannot see Renee.
Freaking Nathaniel's like, I'm hanging up now.
So, as you have completed your thing, White Ranger, you take off for your test flight. And you will leave the scene. And we'll cut scene back to you in a little bit. The rest of you, what are you guys doing for your quote unquote downtime? That took care of Nathaniel's, Bobby's, and White Ranger, but that leaves Carter, Carter, brain fart here. All 3 ties, which I'm going to assume you guys will share a downtime thing because you're in the general vicinity. I'm not, so you're not burning through all the stuff. And then Ellie will need a downtime action.
Yeah, I won't be selfish, okay? I will have 3 and 1.
So,
Crazy.
what would you guys like to do for your actions? What is the thought here? Either of you care who goes first?
I don't know if Ellie wants to go first, or if they're still dealing with computer stuff.
Yeah, I am, but most of it is solved. I just need to grab my dice now.
Okay, we'll go first and then Chaos gets settled, and we'll get back to him. So, the ties, the TIE fighters, where you weren't to.
Yeah. No,
that was the Wookiee TIE fighter right there.
Yeah. We are obviously going to check on Leia as much as we can. I'd say Tie of Passion had went out and found some violets to put next to her bed.
Okay.
And Wisdom and Anger just still keeping keeping tabs on how she's progressing.
Okay. Time to learn if she has a flower allergy. Dun 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 dun.
Oh, fuck you.
She does not. But she also doesn't seem to react at all to your presence. She's stabilized since last time you talked, which is still an improvement because it's only been like half a day. I mean, we're
Right.
time has not really passed between last session and this session.
I'm not expecting a full recovery in half a day, but I figure flowers and as one who is concerned for another, I would be there regardless.
Now that you've killed your Wendigo and are resting yourself. But
Yeah.
that being said, is there anything else you would like to do or anything special with her care that you need to focus on? Obviously, she can't respond, so you can't upgrade any kind of relationship stuff with her at this point.
No. I think at most with just being by her side, I would whisper encouragements to her as much as I could.
Okay. Side question: do you have the beloved trait?
Do I? Is that
Yes.
what you're asking?
Yes.
No.
Congratulations! You now have the beloved trait.
Yay. What does that
So
do for
it
me?
has both a downside and an upside, and since you gained it while playing, you
course
get
it does.
both. Wahaha. But it's not that bad. So, beloved, no.
Is that the influence?
Yes, the influence. The negative version is no rerolls if the beloved is harmed or in trouble. So, since she's starting out harmed, you're gonna have a rough time because you're thinking about her too much. But beloved gives you a upshift 1 or no snag in scenes where the beloved is there / advising. So if she calls you while you're doing stuff and things or whatever, you get pluses just for being around her. But if she's in danger or
I don't
in
expect her
trouble,
to call me. At this point, she's not calling me. She's comatose.
yeah. So it's kind of narrow streak because she can't get any more hurt than now unless something terrible happens to her. Dun, dun,
Well, you know what? That's why I have chronomantics.
I thought you got that to save my girlfriend.
I'm not saving yours.
Wow!
You just gonna can you fast forward her through the coma?
Yeah, let's use some quantum magic here.
Would you like to try and do that?
Oh fuck. No, because I still know that no matter if I do it now and try and move her into the future, it's not gonna really. I'm not playing with that time shit based off of what happened to Bobby.
Fair.
And Vincent.
Fuck Vincent.
Okay. Chaos.
I love you though.
But yeah, beloved, add it to your character is the thing. Chaos. What's Ellie doing? What are my dogs doing? Damn.
Yeah, so even though Ellie managed to regain at least a partial piece of her lost shadow form, she is still very much interested in attempting to draw it back out fully.
Okay. So you would like to make another check to try and recover your bits and pieces of your armor?
She actually wants to try and enlist Viron's help. I know Viron isn't, the best, but he's about the only other one aside from Nathan and Bobby who would probably have any practical experience trying to repair this.
I'm going to tell you this now. Byron is actually probably the best choice, but whatever.
But anyway, yeah, she'd like to enlist his help if possible.
How can I help you there, Ellie?
While I had that shadow form ability, while I was linked to Carter with whatever that was, I'm still not certain what that was. There was something about it. It was admittedly addictive, but it also gave me a lot more focus in combat. This new form, it's good, but it's not the same, and I really, really need to try everything I can to try and get that back.
Your passions could lead you down a dark path. You yourself just called what you're using addictive, and that is generally not a good sign for a ranger. especially when dealing with void energy. As I have told Carter plenty of times now, using it is dangerous and leads to corruption eventually. But
I'm aware of the risks.
with
Vincent. Sorry,
what we are dealing with currently, I will adjust my expectations for you Rangers a little bit, and I will provide a tad bit of assistance.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
That being said, you can use his ally points for the session. He has 1, 2, or 3, and they all have a different effect on what you're trying to do here. So generally, you can use 1 point to call in to be like, "What do we know about this creature?" Right, and he'll tell you what he can tell you about the creature. Using 2 points, tells you a weakness, if I remember correctly, right? Or was that 3 points? Was telling you a weakness, and 2 was like lore and other information.
Someone else will have to say that. I don't remember.
I don't remember either, but I'm a morph it right now. So 2 gives you a weakness in what you're dealing with, and 3 points gives you a suggested course of action. And at this point, it will give you an upshift of 2 and an edge on the next roll you make.
I just want to make a quick joke really quick. Oh, come on. Darkness isn't that bad. Don't you want to be one of the cool kids?
Voice of Vincent from far away.
Vincent speaking from beyond.
Oh, I do want to clarify with our handy dandy opal ability, right? Just a clarification on it for its communication. They have to be in the same time / plane as one of our characters. So if one of you guys steps through one of the dimensional rifts or whatever, it doesn't help, right? But if you're anywhere on the same universal scale, it's good to go. Time-wise, though, if you step through one of the Quantum Ranger's time portals, you're at a different plane time, so you won't be able to hear the message because you're not presently at that location, kind of thing. So just as a note, those are the only restrictions for the telepathy bits. So, not that our Purple Ranger considers Vincent a ally, but if you try to talk to him, it will not work. Just
Okay.
as a note.
Given that, I can pull up everything here again. All right, so yes, enlisting Viren's help. I guess I'm using the 3 ally points for this scene.
Okay.
So that's edge and up to, I'm guessing, on tech.
It is whatever your next roll is, because it could also be in combat and you make a strike attack or something like that. You know, it's whatever your next roll is. Byron is giving you precise ways to do it the appropriate way. His mentorship mastery ability.
Well, in this case, it's helping Ellie trying to get this back. So is that so getting this back, is that going to be tech?
Yeah, I believe that's what we did before, so we'll keep it the same way.
All right.
Oh, hey, I forgot to hit the start button for our handy dandy robot. Oopsie.
Roly.
That means we got to redo everything.
Nah, we're just gonna roll with it because we didn't miss that much. Cool text clarifications, things like that. Sorry, Archivist, you missed all the 30 minutes at the start of the show. Actually, almost an hour of the show. That's a lot. It's gonna be very confused. Anyway, make your tech roll with your pluses.
Yep. Well, no critical, but this is a 25.
25.
Oh shoot!
25 is what you needed last time and couldn't get. So, congratulations.
Great. Did that actually do what I wanted it to do?
You hope so. You think so. So as you so you gotta burn a power point to activate your suit, right?
No, for shadow form I don't. For shadow form I don't. For ninja power, I think I do.
Pretty sure all the upgrades.
If you want to add that in, I got no issue there.
I'm gonna look it up because I know I have to do it for my star form. But
yeah, shadow form no, but I think I think ninja power I did have to. Yeah.
Takes.
So shadow form is in Across the Stars, page 70.
Yeah, I was really close.
While
Okay.
you guys are doing that, I'm going to step away for just a hot second.
Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. That's an interesting thing you done picked up there. So you're right, no PowerPoint needed. So you can just, it's morphin time, synchronize, baby.
Yep, I just need to declare it. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, no. No. Yay, I get it back. Woohoo. Yay.
So, as you Byron sits there confused for a moment, scratching his head, and you know, oh, I should probably do his voice on this one. Sorry.
You know, I try to tell jokes in the dark. They usually don't land. Guess I'm really bad at light humor.
I understand, but in this case, I think the risk is going to outweigh. I think the risk is going to be worth the reward.
You look, Byron
Looks over, very disappointed you missed his pun. But he walks off. He doesn't he gives you the hand wave and says, "I have other things to deal with. Don't abuse that."
But anyways, other than that, just as you know, just as downtime, just like shenanigans, not actually anything that's super important. But yeah, Ellie's been is trying to get into some pop culture recently. And yeah, so if you come across her, she might be singing either "The Sweet Escape" by Gwen Stefani, or she may even be singing "Good Riddance" by Green Day. And she has absolutely no clue that the actual meanings of either of those songs.
She just caveman about it. Sound good, sing well. Ho ho ho. Sometimes you just gotta enjoy music, y'all. So, last but not least, I guess is Carter. Carter has downtime.
Nathaniel hasn't had any downtime, or did he do it with us?
He helped you
us, I
guys.
think.
Yeah.
That's right. We have limited
I was
downtime.
sitting like at the corner of the dinner table at the evil guy's lair. I gotta answer this phone call real quick.
2 hours later, I'm back. Dinner's cold. People are annoyed. But speaking of upgrading and doing other things here, I am going to do nothing. I don't have any good downtime actions to work on, y'all.
You can come give Bobby advice. That could be fun.
I can go. That's a great idea. I'm gonna go bug body after the whole cockpit situation. I see the awkwardness that occurs. I'm gonna just smoothly slide in there like, "Hey, buddy."
Hey, Carter, as he's torquing a wrench or whatever mechanical task he has in front of him right now.
You're looking a little frustrated there, friend.
Just looking at him like he's expecting to turn that into an innuendo.
I came to offer advice. You look confused, flustered. You keep saying weird things, and that all has the signs of a would-be horny teenager. But you're a little bit older than a teenager, so you ever have to deal with that before?
He just sighs, sets his wrench down, reaches for a cooler he keeps near his toolbox, opens it, grabs 2 beers, and hands him one. He's like, all right, give me what you got.
Where is the secret beers been hiding this entire time?
Oh, Sprocket taught me this trick.
Oh,
I mean, she uses it for soda, but
I was gonna say, is she even 21 yet? How old is she?
I don't know.
We'll just
Rude to
assume.
ask.
It's rude to ask. I feel like that's an important piece of information. But anyway, we'll ask her later. So, buddy, I know I'm not any of the ties, but I know the ladies. Awkwardly winks.
Huh.
I mean, I'll look
Like I
at.
said, what you got?
Well, I'm here to offer advice or answer questions or give opinions on stuff and things. You might not know this, but I've been courting a lady, I'm gonna throw in quotations here, for pretty much the whole time I've been here. Not been the same lady the entire time, but there's been a lady in my life the entire time I've been here.
Sorry, I was being handed dinner.
Hey, dinner's good.
Well, honestly, at this point, you know me that I'm a fairly task-oriented person, and I am flying without a rudder here.
I assumed from the awkwardness, yes. How can I direct your ship? How can I be your lighthouse?
I just need the basics, man. I
Like,
don't know how to be someone's beau.
okay, all right, I can work with that. Now, when you say basics, how basics do you need? Do you need
Just
educational
how to be.
bits, or how? Okay, you just
How
need
to-
the
I don't know,
emotional stuff.
How to be, what to say, like.
We're
I
talking
mean,
about
my entire persona is based around I fix stuff. Well, this isn't something to be fixed, so I'm honestly this close to just kind of panicking.
panicking's okay. That means you care. But secondly,
That's actually strangely reassuring.
I mean, that's all that means, right? But secondarily, sometimes you just gotta have fun. I know you know how to have fun sometimes, every once in a while when you let your guard down. I think this is one of those times where you can do that. Because worst comes to worst, it goes terribly wrong and you break your heart, and she kills you. That would be the worst choice, but probably very, very unlikely. At least I hope. But I digress. Sorry. The basics, man. That's hard because it's different for every person, right? Do you feel you are leading the dance or following behind?
I feel like we're both watching our feet and bumping into each other to the music.
Okay. Yep, I agree. Seen that? So, that means one of you needs to take a step forward without worrying where the other thing is. Whether that's her or you guys can kind of decide on that. But it'll be easier if it's you. I don't know why it is, but it is. Right? When you take the first step, things go easy. So, figuring out what you guys want to be, who you are, all that fun stuff can kind of come later. It's figuring out what you are now that's going to be your next step, right? Are you just friends? Really good friends? Are you going to start going into the next steps of relationships and courting and doing all that fun stuff? Like, figuring that part out. I know it's fresh and new, but figure that out so you know what to expect, right? Then you won't be fumbling in the dark. You will figure out, hey, this is what I want. This is what she wants, right? Figuring that out is going to be super important. Because sometimes you only want one thing. And if you agree on that one thing, then cool beans. If you guys don't, though, you got to find some kind of middle ground or know that it's not going to work. And sometimes knowing when it's not going to work versus when it works saves everyone heartache. So I will tell you, you can love somebody and still not be the person for them. I point over at the control room. I have great experience with that, unfortunately.
Just kind of peeks over in the direction he gestures to. He doesn't know who he's referencing to, so he's just like,
oh, it's 100%. like that's where Hawk's at almost all the time is the control room.
Oh, that explains a lot. You certainly give me plenty to think about, and thinking is actually something I'm half decent at. So even though I'm not 100% on your delivery of the advice, I do appreciate it. And he just kind of holds up his beer.
You're welcome. And then I drink mine instantaneously.
You just shotgun it.
Excuse me, I now have to go talk to Hawk.
All right. Do you want my beer too then?
No. What? I need to be sober enough to talk.
All right. Good luck.
He waddled off.
I was just now sitting thoughtfully and slowly drinking beer.
All right, congratulations. Us having this heart-to-heart conversation will give us an upshift for our sorry. It will be under social stuff because we were doing social things. I'm going to say the next upshift or next time you do is make a persuasion roll. It will have an upshift.
Okay.
Bam. There you go. Downtime, done something. Dun. So, after having our heart-to-heart, we kind of talk and mingle, and everyone kind of relax and chills. We then cut scene to our White Ranger. Dun 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 dun. White Ranger, where are you? What are you doing? What shenanigans are you up to?
I am basically scaling the tops of several buildings, trying to stay out of sight, getting as close to the Tarasi encampment as possible without being seen.
Yeah, so encampment's not really the right word, as the army and military has basically pushed the majority of the surviving Tarasi that were on the ground in the art district out to the ship that they landed in the quarry, right? Because that's where it landed out. It was far enough away, kind of amongst all the wreckage, so it's not really targetable by artillery and whatnot, because they don't want to blow everything up that's over there, because they have science teams and people working on the wreckage and stuff like that. So, without causing collateral damage, that's pretty much where you've established where they're at. So it's really not rooftops to land off by the time you get over there, but you do figure that out pretty handily. It's not hard to find out. So, you are in the quarry. Sneaking around. I need you to roll an infiltration roll to see if you get caught while you're sneaking or if things go well.
Uh-oh.
Roll out snag, yay.
Don't you have some White Ranger powers to stop
I
those
got
snakes?
15.
15. That's it?
Yeah.
All right. Good job. You sneaky snuck. No one's really looking for you at the moment. There is patrols going around, but they are more concerned about like patching up wounded / trying to work on communications because you guys have effectively cut them off from their would-be homeworld. You haven't completely closed the portal, so they're still getting their equivalent of internet coming through the rift. But the only size of creatures that can fit through this rift currently are like single-man people because you guys have closed it 2 degrees. It's not completely closed, but it's pretty closed. So getting a ship to fit through is near impossible. And because of the location of it, getting single man people in and out is, we'll say difficult. Not impossible, but difficult. So you have landed or are flying around the Tarasi encampment. You have 3 choices of locations you can head to here. So we have what you would assume to be the barracks / med bay. There looks to be the command post that's being made out of the last of the battlements of the ship that you guys shot down. They look to be repairing and patching holes and things like that. That seems to be the heavily guarded area. And then there is the what you would call a refuge dump or something like that, where they're taking all the scraps and bits that they can't use and kind of yeeting him off to the side. You will also notice that several of them are on cutter duty, where they're pulling apart pieces of pyramidas and slapping it on their ship. As you all know, that Tarasi are very adaptable with their technology. Their metals fuse pretty well with pretty anything else. They're pretty experienced about patching with other people's stuff. As long as it's not truly organic, they're good to go.
Rhea and Zeph kind of log this information away, but she's gonna sneak towards the makeshift command area.
Okay, so this is the most heavily guarded. Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
All right. Then you need to make another infiltration check as you get closer.
Oh, please.
So before you roll,
Yes?
DM is warning you. You failed terribly, terribly on this. You will get captured. That's just it will happen if you fail bad enough.
Okay, well, here we go.
Okay.
I got a 14.
A 14. Okay. So you do fail, but that's not bad enough to get immediately captured. A small group of guards spot you. You have a choice. You can run away and not cause any havoc, or you can try and fight them and hope they don't alert the others. What is your choice?
I'm gonna try to find another position away from where they won't spot me.
Okay, so you're going to try and hide again?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will do an infiltration and snag it up. Also downshift 2.
Okay.
She's already untrained.
Yeah.
Then this might trying to hide while they're searching for you is probably not the right option then.
Yeah. No, I'm really thinking about it. That's probably not in my best interest. So she's gonna try to get her ass out of there.
Okay, so just straight up escape. Cool, you can do that relatively easy. I will need one more check from you, but let me make sure I'm making you roll the right thing really quick. You can make an athletics or acrobatics check as you are trying to book it essentially as fast as possible.
Okay, so I'm gonna try not athletics, so acrobatics.
All right,
Because I have a D6 in that.
solid, nice.
Okay, 17, 18, 19, 22.
All right, with the grace of the Zephyr on your back, you ride the winds as you were supposed to, and make your escape quickly. You didn't get to gain a lot of information, but you do have a layout of their base. So the next time you guys come here, you will have upshifts on any information on finding things at this location.
Alrighty. She's gonna head back to base.
All right. Several hours later, or an hour or two later, whatever. Our handy dandy White Ranger flies into the hangar with her new flight suit. Looking a little spooked. But, okay. People that are in the hangar at the time, I'm going to roll D6 and see how many of you are there. Everybody. We were all hanging out with Bobby, apparently, in the hangar.
Who's the first on point when she arrives and looks shaken? You all right?
Rhea kind of like almost back to her like quiet self. Doesn't know what to do. Her what words to come out and say, but her hands are moving faster than her mouth is apparently. So she's reverting back to signing.
Which I don't think
So
Bobby.
Zeph is gonna talk for her at this point. Like, oh dear.
So, Carter will politely nudge Bobby in the back and be like, first step.
He gently just slowly walks forward, gently puts his hands on her shoulders, breathe, deep breath in.
She's kind of like shakily taking a deep breath in.
I let it out slow.
And instead of slow, she just kind of goes like, and starts a litany of swears, basically. And in between those swears, she basically gives you guys all the gist of what she saw.
Carter's gonna look over to Nathaniel and Ty's, and go, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I was distracted by the plethora of curse words. Can someone translate for me?
You got to lay out of their base.
That was way simpler than I expected. Okay, cool.
After finally calming down, she realizes she basically just outed herself in front of Bobby and kind of like slowly looks at him and just like ducks her head kind of meekly. Like, oh, he gonna be mad.
He just hugs her until she calms down.
A human reaction. Crazy. So, after the hugging concludes after a minute, and our White Ranger's calm and composed mostly, and Bobby is reluctantly released from the grasp of doom, we got to do something. So this is we need a plan of action, says Carter. That's not my specialty. I'm more of the do what people tell me thing. So I'm looking at you 3 yahoos slash you 5 yahoos. Ideas, thoughts, opinions. You guys are
In
the
my
thing.
experience,
So
there's
an actual layout, like a physical copy of it, or like a picture of it.
Rhea's gonna draw it out for you guys.
Make a performance check. Let's see how good your map is.
in my experience, there's no enemy stronghold that poses a problem that a sufficient amount of high explosives cannot resolve.
I disagree with that statement. I found one.
I got 17.
17. It's a great map. You know what I mean? It's not perfectly detailed or anything like that, but there's no way anyone's going to mistake where stuff is or what things are.
Maybe this would be a good time to actually talk to the military and see what support they can offer. I know they're holding off the batch of soldiers that remain in the art district, but I wonder if they have anything to spare if we were to kind of do an assault.
Bobby perks up.
do
Oh,
have a-
right. You guys have an army in this universe.
Yeah, they do.
Rhea kind of like putting her hand against her chin and cheek, going, if we could cut off their supplies, that would be a step in the right direction, in my opinion.
Their
So
supplies
that would
are already
require-
effectively cut off. The portal that they were coming through is secured for the most part.
I'm talking about the supplies they're getting from the Prometheus.
You mean the Pyramidas?
Pyramidas, sorry. Pyramidas.
It's all good.
So we need to target their engineering equipment so that they cannot harvest any more materials.
Hey, Ty?
Yes.
Whatever Ty wishes to respond, probably wisdom, hopefully.
we all kind of look over. Yes.
He calls the
Yes.
he calls the Triforian Gold Ranger staff to his hand. Could we maybe do something to keep them from being able to utilize that tech?
Maybe, but that requires us to,
More time than we
either-
have. Got it.
well, I mean, it requires us to kind of go in there firsthand and see what they have and fuck up their systems.
So, Hawkwool's dog. So they're not harvesting the tech, they're using the raw materials. They're just melting it into sliding and reusing it to patch holes and things.
Oh.
That makes me
we
angry on a
need to-
fundamental level for some
So we
reason.
need to destroy their foundry.
It's worse.
That allows them to smoke it.
Rhea's kind of shocked, like she's amazed that they're not like sending their scientists in to see what they can do with that.
Well, I'm not too
leave.
surprised given what Carter did to it.
I was gonna say, cowboy over there shot all their swords that night.
Yeah, given the explosions and all that and crashing down, I doubt there's much salvageable tech. But
Uh,
Makes desperation.
But
Yeah.
there's still a chance they can open the portal wider on their side. I think. If you guys really want to eliminate the long-term threat, someone's gonna need to close off the railport area. And Chief, well, look at LAB, but not you there, Phantom. You need to take a break. Someone else gotta close it this time.
Excuse me?
If you want to kill yourself, feel free. But last time you destroyed your armor and almost didn't get it back, so that's kind of you there. You know.
Yeah.
And Ellie's just kind of like, but that's probably a good reason for me to be there. I have the experience with it.
Rhea kind of puts her hand on her. Rhea puts a hand on her shoulder, like, "Girl, I cannot handle a repeat of that happening again."
And Ellie just kind of, she looks very defeated right now. Like, what?
So it sounds like you need someone to take one for the team. Is there anyone willing to give it a shot? I mean, because it's just getting over to the building and closing it the last way. There can't be that many enemies. You guys basically have driven them out of the city. Says Byron.
Raises her hand, like, "I'm willing to jump in."
I see you, but I think you would be more valuable dealing with the remnants than shutting down the portal, as you are the most knowledgeable person about these people.
Right.
I raise
This should
my
be a-
hand.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yes, Nathaniel?
I mean, is it going to be a technology focused role?
Well, out of character.
It is not a roll whatsoever. It is you spending 5 of our story points to shut down the last level of the portal. But there's
I
always
would be willing
there's
to-
there's always a negative consequence to doing so.
a bunch of our teammates have already done that, so I feel like it's only right if I still raise my hand.
Yeah. Ty's gonna raise his hands as well.
All 3 of them.
I outvote you.
Bobby
So-
actually steps out in front of you both. It's like, now, this should be significant. I agree with Byron. Yeah, he has problems with Byron in the past. But here's the thing. I've been hurtled through time, de-aged, re-aged, blown up, crashed on, and I'm still ticking. And now this new gold armor has an even thicker durability. I haven't done this particular task yet. I think it's my turn.
I think all the reasons you just explained are why it's not your turn.
Yeah, you've been through enough, Bobby.
Rhea shoots her head at Bobby, like, "I just got over telling Ellie not to do this shit."
I was like, you're really gonna test your girl like that?
He'll actually lock eyes with Ellie and go, she made it out all right. Yeah, she needs to recover. Time for someone else to bear the weight.
Rhea turns to the other guys. "Anyone going with him? If he falls, better fucking put a ray shield on him, or I swear to God."
At that point, he'll gently grab her arm and go, I'm coming back.
Hawk.
Rhea,
Question.
Yes.
If we get there, we close the portal. Are we able? Do we have the ability to teleport out immediately, or are they scrambled?
No, to my knowledge, our teleporters are working just fine.
Okay, so we can essentially hop in, do our business, and immediately hop out with minimal risk of combat.
I mean, yes, but there's always a potential for death when closing a portal, especially all the way. The bigger ones are easier to close.
If
The bigger ones are easier to close.
Yeah, they for whatever reasons cause less damage to the body. Fully closing a rip is a lot of energy. At least in theory. None of us have actually closed one all the way. But considering like going from 2 to 3 into 1 web,
Well, considering I've also got, this whole quantum ability bullshit, I'm probably the best suited to try this out.
I think we're all ignoring one key factor here. Is it absolutely necessary that only one person try to close it, or could we share that burden?
From how Byron's explained the chronomorphers to me, Bazak, now she kind of lives it better. I only work with one morph at a time. I mean, you could all try hanging at once, but I don't think it would be advisable.
I mean, all of our power weapons are connected to us, but they're also connected to the morphing grid. So, Nathaniel, if the person closing the portal is connected to the team via a direct link through our morphing grid connection, could we maybe stabilize each other?
I definitely can I do a check to see if that would be possible, and or if I could utilize my like power burst ability in order to give like everybody additional energy, if that energy can be used as a substitute.
I'm gonna be honest with you here, guys. These chronomorphers really only exist here. Could you attach them to the grid? Maybe, but they are really just made from the rifts themselves. So closing one wholly, we don't know what it'll do. And again, dividing amongst all of you, what if you all have the negative consequence at an equivalent level if you try to all do it at once? Also,
Multiplicative then.
Also, mechanically, you guys don't have enough story points to all activate it at once.
I think it's along the edge of like it would be the same as if everybody touched the boiling pot of water on the stove. Regardless of how many people touch the boiling pot of water, they all are still going to get equally burned.
That would be a safe allegory to use.
Well, then let's evaluate the action altogether. What if we're not all trying to pool our energy to close the portal? What if we're all pooling our energy to keep the person closing the portal alive?
Like you're saying, like for instance, an example, Bobby touching the rift, me placing my hand on Bobby in order to either be able to heal him with one of my abilities and or give him additional power points to keep him from collapsing.
I mean, we're all connected to the grid. It all protects us. It provides our powers. We're all connected to each other. So if one of us is in peril, I don't see a reason, through the laws of thermodynamics and electromagnetics and whatever physics you want to throw at the problem. If you want to just get right down to it, we're a bunch of multicolored heroes and we're going to save each other with the power of friendship.
As much as I appreciate the theory of power of friendship and morphing grid, many teams have died from trying to do something like that. Especially on this universe. Power of friendship does not beat everything. You can all hold it. You can all dive out of a plane and hit the ground with no parachutes. Doesn't matter if you're holding hands or not. You're still getting squished.
Sometimes an airborne, you just break a leg.
So just to wrap up our conversation, DM is just going to tell you here and now, it's a one-person thing. It minimizes the chance of you guys accidentally murdering everybody. But I think the best technology that you guys have figured out is the boiling pot of water situation. Y'all can stick your hands in there at the same time. Y'all still gonna get burnt.
Yeah.
In that case, not a connection. Then how about a safety net then?
I'll be the safety net.
Look.
I got my med kit with me. I got my Viridian stone.
Anger's gonna step up. Anger's gonna step up and look at Bobby. Like, Bobby, you need to stand the fuck down right now. You've been through too much shit already. Okay? Nate and I will handle it. You watch after the rest.
You'll take a breath and then meet Anger's eyes again. It's like, as much as I am frustrated with how much I've been sidelined lately and now being told again I'm not allowed to step up, I am part of a team here. So if you're saying not me, not today, then I will respect that. And you actually take a step back.
You can still help them. This is just not. This is not the chance. This is not the one. If that makes sense. You have your priorities here.
Yeah, who's going to be guarding Rhea?
Rhea's gonna turn and glare at him. And Nathan, what are you talking about? Like, I can't protect myself.
I'm just trying to get an excuse for him to not do it.
You'll hear Carter. You're not helping. Shush. Just give him an objective. If we give him an objective, he'll listen.
Just gonna add a character. I'm gonna add a character quote something here. Dragon Ball Z abridged. The thing is, I know you're playing me right now, and I don't care.
Passion's gonna step up and look at Bobby. Yeah. See, I'm playing this now. I'm playing it. So Passion's gonna step up. I was like, look, I understand where your heart is, but she needs you more than Nate and I have this. She needs you here.
Yeah, when was the last time I took something for the team?
Every time you hang out with your girlfriend.
Rhea's gonna point at him and be like, I don't want you fucking die either, sir.
Which one?
All three of you.
I lean over to Passion and say, don't you notice how she was talking to you?
Damn,
Nathaniel. Yeah, she did say only 3 of us.
Yeah.
So,
it's okay,
I'm gonna forward this just a little bit because we can push forward. So, our Blue Ranger and Purple Ranger are gonna go on a little side detour while the rest of us are prepping for the shenanigans. Once they close the portal and get back, hopefully, what is our next goal? What are we prepping for and ready to do with the base? Are we gonna go straight on and hit the base directly? Are we gonna try and sneak our way in? Are we gonna talk to the military and have them mortar bomb the place regardless to weaken their defenses? What's the thought here?
I'm leaning towards that third one because there's explosions.
Rhea's gonna be like, I'm liking the infiltration idea.
Okay.
Well, of course, infiltration being my specialty, I'm of course very partial to that. But it would behoove us to have some kind of more equal numbers, shall we say?
Okay. So maybe not a bomb, but maybe we can see if they can send a company or 2 worth of soldiers to protect us from the ridge or cause a distraction from up above kind of thing.
That's what I'm thinking is have them cause a distraction.
Carter thinks that's a good idea too. Kind of a in between everything. So
that would probably be the best course, just again to even the numbers.
Ellie or Carter are going to be the people that talk to our military companions. Do you guys have a preference on who makes the call? Just
Not
because
particularly.
Ellie is from this place, and Nathaniel would be the other person because he's military, but he's taken off on the side mission. So the only other pew pew guy is our handy dandy cowboy. But I'm gonna let Chaos. Chaos, you Ellie is having the conversation because this is your place. Wahaha. And I believe you have
go up and try to do that.
You have some connections to the base, if I remember correctly, right?
I had connections with the police force.
That's right. Well, okay. You are going to make a call from the command center because we have the direct line, essentially, that was built in at the beginning of the season. You call the red line, as we will handily call it, and hear a gruff voice on the other side.
Holy hell. I didn't think this phone would ever ring. This is to the wiring tree. What can I do for you, Rachel?
My team and I are preparing to launch an attack on the invading forces. Well, the ones that came through the portal fairly recently. But my team lacks. But as you notice, my team is strong, but we lack numbers. It would be in both our interests if you could send at least some soldiers to help give us some cover fire at the very least, if nothing else.
I'll go follow at the very least, if nothing else. Make a persuasion check.
I barely understood that.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Where is my sheet? Okay, here we go.
Oh dear.
We still have story points, right?
Correct, but you really can only use one more.
Sorry, you can only really use one more, otherwise you won't be able to close the portal.
Says you, I have my opal.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. Because that was a 4 with a 1 on the D20, but I'm going to go ahead but I want to go ahead and use, what was it? The Ageless Knowledge? No. Mending the Grid, because that was clearly a failed skill test, and I'm going to do that instead. So with Mending the Grid, I spend a story point. I can reroll any failed skill test instead of just ones and get up 2 for the reroll.
Okay.
And better. May not be enough, but better. 16.
16 is good enough to pass. So he will look over at you. Let me switch back to his voice.
Not looking at you, but looking fondly like, I can send a company and a little something we've had cooking from the science boys for a hot minute. Where do you need us?
And from there, Ellie kind of lays out where their camps are located. She points out that there's some cliffs, some rocks, some other things that they could take cover with. And she just ends it with, whatever support you can grant to us is absolutely going to be helpful.
All right. You are pretty confident that they'll be there. So, cutscening over to our 2 other rangers who teleport directly to the science building. Haha, the science boys. You guys will notice that the building has collapsed to fit the newly formed portal, because it is now small enough to contain inside the building, and then some. It is still a bloody mess. Between the Tarasi soldiers that were marked here, all the scientists that weren't saved, the investors that just happened to be there during the day, it's looking rough. Though there is a small contingent of people standing outside the building, kind of patching things up the best they can, picking up pieces. Looks like a couple of first responders, a familiar looking investor lady that looks pretty shooken up, and a familiar looking science person that you probably have met before.
We morphed.
That's a great question. Are you morphed?
Nathan, are we morphed?
We are morphed.
All right, better.
Okay, so
Better
it's
say
not 3. It's not 4 bozos. It's 2.
better hit that goofy tagline.
It's morphin' time.
Nope, wrong. That's
Or
not
the
our
movie
line.
Rangers Pizza Time. That one.
Quantum power, synchronize.
He's over. It's morphin. Ah, dang it. That's not what I say.
Oh, do I have a story for you then, Rook?
I will happily listen. But you guys are morphed. You land on the location. You see what I described before. What do you guys do?
So we recognize the first responder and a scientist.
You recognize an investor lady and a scientist. Yes.
Oh, an investor lady and a scientist. Are they next to one another, or are they like separated?
They are currently helping the EMTs and various other emergency personnel pick up the pieces, essentially.
But these are all back then.
No, friendlies, humans.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I'd say we go over there and at least try and talk to probably the scientist first.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. We approach the scientist.
Yes.
Rangers. Oh, thank goodness you're here. A couple of you were here earlier and blocked things down, but we have a lot of, I don't even think wounded's the right word. Blue, I don't think you're going to be much use today. But yeah, we fed out the people that weren't corpses about an hour ago.
We're sorry about everything that's happened. The portal is still in the building?
It's still active.
Are there any hostile beings in there?
There was one that fell through and saluted on the ground. The portal's
Okay, so
portal's up pretty high, and it looks like it's only big enough to fit maybe a person.
okay.
There is a little antenna radio thing sticking through the house. I don't know if that's that.
Okay. It's good to know.
Okay,
So it's small.
So you're, small enough, but there's an antenna sticking through so that they can probably communicate with their home world. So let's see if we could interrupt that without directly touching it, maybe?
Yeah, I wonder if we close the portal, if there's an antenna sticking through it, if we close that portal, if it'll just sever that antenna anyway.
Probably.
So
but
that might
we probably also
solve 2
don't want
problems.
but we might not want to cause any signals that are coming from the antenna or something, like if it is going to interrupt the process for us, with its frequencies or something. Can I do a technology roll to see if that's like even a factor, or will it just
That's a good idea. All right, let's do the energy scientist voice in the back.
The scientist says he'll allow it. No, just kidding. Go ahead.
That's a husky scientist.
I'm gonna use another idea point because this is a smarts roll.
Sure. And technically, the fractures are connected to the grid, so.
Hey, that's a 15 on that. Okay, so I got a total of 18.
Okay, you're pretty sure that anything that is partially in the way will basically just get sliced through as if it was hit with like a plasma sword or something to that effect. You guys do remember way back when you guys were fighting the chicken monster, that as it tried to reach through, you guys closed it again. It gave it the old chappy chap of the bits and pieces.
Okay.
We made chicken nuggets.
Just little bits. It just had its fingers popping back out. was like, you defeated me. I'm coming back. Nope, just kidding. I'm gonna stay over
Oh,
here.
God.
Is there an emergency fire truck around?
Well, I'll roll for it. Yes.
Okay. I would like to ask if we could borrow that vehicle.
As a DM, why?
So that we can get up to the portal area, because you said it was like really high up in the air, and somebody stepped out of it and exploded.
It is inside a building, though.
Doing-
The reason the dude fell out and exploded is because the portal is suspended like 40 feet in the air, or not 40 feet in the air, like 30 feet in the air, and in the building because it's in that
Yeah.
little dome thing.
It's in a giant dome thing.
Yeah, inside the building. So the truck will not be helpful unless you decide to run it through the building.
But we don't
Oh,
have to
yeah.
touch it. We just have to essentially
Be close
like,
enough to
point
it.
our
Yes.
morpher at it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I thought we would have to get up.
No,
closer to it.
definitely do not touch it, because you touch it, you fly through to the other side. That would be a poor choice.
All right. So I would recommend right now, we don't know what's going to happen. We're going to try and actually close this portal.
So
I
evacuate
would
anybody
recommend
injured out of the vicinity or not injured.
exactly. Do what you can right now. We're going to try and close this off for good.
Okay, they kind of look at each other and say, "Look, man, it's all dead bodies. We'll pull back as far as we can."
And all right, Nate, you and me, buddy.
You guys climb the
got my
tower. Also, as a side note, you both have the ability to summon your power wings and could just fly. Just as a reminder.
I like the solemn like march up.
But
Yeah.
but I mean for getting like not needing a ladder, you guys can literally just fly. But
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, you guys run up the stairs relatively quickly. It's not too hard. It's 3 stories up. Yada yada yada. You guys are within range. You can see it in the dome. And as you are looking through, you can actually see to the other side, almost crystal clear, which is a unique experience with these things. Generally, you can't see what's on the other side. And what you see is an armada that looks about 10 times as large as the one that came through before.
They can only come in one at a time.
One man at a time. You actually
Right. Well, that's what I mean. Like
you
it's
see
a huge armada behind it, but it's like I'm looking at like the army of storm.
Yep. But they're not pushing through currently. It looks like there's some kind of team of yahoos on the far side working with that antenna thing that you guys can see. It would be a safe assumption they're trying to open it up wider, like they did before.
Nate, I'm gonna try and close this shit down because if we wait any longer, this is gonna be a problem.
Okay.
So
All right. Do you
Yeah,
bring your 5
so-
story points to close the portal?
I do.
All right, roll me a d20. Straight up, no luck, no draw. Just what is the consequence?
Shit. That's not 16.
Okay, yeah. All right. That's not good. This was you wanted low. You wanted low. So
You have your
use your board.
One time I want to roll up.
Yeah, right. So, yeah. Let me make sure I'm telling you the right thing that happens really quick.
Please, let it be good. Please don't kill me.
It might not kill you. But yeah. So as you
I got Nathan with me. He'll revive me.
right. Well, you guys are right next to each other, so you're both getting hit with this. As you do so, right, it cuts in on itself. You see the wire just slice right in half, right? You hear the thing happen, but then an EMP explosion happens
Oh,
about 10 feet away from you.
doesn't affect grid tech.
100% affects grid tech. So not only does it frag everything in this office, you both, and about, let's roll our percentage die over here. Oh, God. 36% of the city, which is like, all of the tech district, the regular market, and some of the dock areas. Just total darkness. All the
Okay.
fuse breakers
Say so.
blown. Everything. Anything that's tech related, fried. Your guys' cell phones, your teleportation systems, your armor. Everything. You're in 3 people now. There, our handy dandy purple.
Oh shit.
So that was actually
So
going to be my question.
Listening.
Is in one of your books there is a section that has electromagnetic. I have a picture of it screenshotted on my phone right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the same effect as that?
No. No, no,
Because
no.
it's literally EMP.
No, no,
It's
no.
like electromagnetic pulse.
I understand. So no,
Okay.
this is specifically an anti-tech wave. So think of it like a mini Z wave that just affects technology.
Okay.
Rangers in the base. You guys feel whatever just happened. Like it's not an earthquake, but like everything in the base glitches and thinks and like takes a second before it reboots. And you guys felt your connection to the grid gone for about 30 seconds.
That's not good.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can I use my opal?
Let's see if you're conscious. I need both of you to roll a. Oh no. Make a mic check.
Ooh, okay.
Sorry, I heard that as make a mic check. Mic check. Mic check.
Nice. Okay.
Excuse me.
Can I make a conditioning check?
Like yeah, right. No, conditioning doesn't. Conditioning is only pluses. It does not affect rolls.
Can I roll 3 times?
Yes, but you have to accept the results for each one individually.
And this is just if they're conscious or not?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because getting forced out of your Power Ranger armor is not a pleasant experience.
Yeah. Okay. So I will let you decide which one it affects.
So we'll do it in order. So it'll be anger, passion, wisdom.
Okay. So first roll was a 19.
Okay, anger's up.
Next one was I think the next 2 were 6s total.
Then they knocked the hell out.
Okay.
I remember which means when I go down, instead of go down.
I have no idea what you just said, younger.
I have the never back down perk.
So
when you go down, you don't go down. So can I activate that?
Well, you're not losing health. It's just a cinematic effect essentially. What'd you roll? I mean, firstly, let's see if you even need to use it. You rolled a what?
I rolled a 3. I have snag.
Okay, so if you had rolled higher, I'd 100% allow it. But this thing just kicked you in the face so hard that it just do not get a chance. The degree of failure on that one was too high. Kind of like our Purple Rangers. There's no chance of getting them up either. They also got kicked in the chest. Just good night, sweetheart.
You're telling me that ex-Navy SEAL doesn't have EMP-proof equipment? That's standard issue. What the fuck?
That's standard issue. Hey, look, I'm not arguing with you, but I'm telling you, your Ranger suit don't have it. Jokes aside, Anger's the only one left standing, right? Both of his other thirds are on the ground, and Nathaniel is also on the ground. You felt that, but you stood through it angrily, right? You use your drive and focus to push through the whatever just hit you. But the feeling of it, the visual of it was Purple Quantum sitting there, wave hits, and it just shatters the 2 of the other 2 off you and knocks them, just blows them back 10 feet, and they're passed out. You turn around and see Nathaniel just kind of like stand on his feet and then forward.
Yeah.
So you now have 3 passed out rangers, and you can't morph without your other 2 being conscious.
Right.
So,
Oh, I know.
and your comms are no longer working because they have been fried. The only light
What
that
about
you
my
have
opal?
your opal. Well, your morpher's working, and it's attached to your morpher, so I will say yes.
So I can talk to anybody. So that would that include Hawk?
Hawk is an ally.
Because everyone else is kind of focusing on their own thing. I'm gonna send a message to Hawk. It's like, Hawk, we closed it. Nate's down. The other 2 of me are down. We're unconscious. Is there any way you can help out? Can you get a lock on us?
I didn't see anything in that section of the city. I can have me and Sprocket take the APC and come pick you up though. It should take us about 10 minutes to get there.
Please do. Please hurry. I'll do what I can to get 3 of them down and out, but yeah.
What? You
You do so. I'm going to need you to make an athletics check to see if you're... Or sorry, not athletics check. This is actually the appropriate moment for a bronze check, as you are strong boying it up.
Maybe. I get snags.
Oh, no.
I try and lift, nothing happens.
Would he be able to do like a history check instead, like the equivalency of that? Like, what would that fall under? To see if he remembers that I literally have my med kit out, and my med kit literally has probably, like the stuff that you give. I had a word in my head a second ago.
The smelly
Like,
salts?
adrenaline, smelling salts.
Adrenaline?
Smelling salts. I was going to say smelling salts.
Smelling salts would be way safer than
Over smelling
adrenaline.
salts, probably.
Bro, adrenaline straight to... You're sleeping, you're awake now, whether you like it or not.
So, okay, so... Can I see if he's got anything to help wake him up?
You are playing as Anger. Do you feel like Anger would remember something like that, or would he just try to get his friends out of the room?
Fuck no, he'd probably just try and get us all out.
Okay. Younger, I think your idea is a good idea, but because it is his Triforian nature.
The wrong time's awake.
Yeah, right. Wisdom. You needed wisdom. Okay, so you try to drag your friends. What's your brawn check there, friend? A whopping 5. Oh man, it takes you so long. By the time you finally get your third ally down. Third ally
down. 10
down.
minutes just to get one down one flight of stairs.
Yeah, you get there eventually. But you do find that several of the doors are mechanically sealed and they're mechanically locked. And none of your weapons work. So you basically have to scale the inside of the dome with a body safely with the lights off to get out the front door. You do it. It takes you about 2 hours to get everyone in and out. Because Hawk, unfortunately, doesn't have anything to help you besides maybe cutters in the ABC once you get the first person out. So you can cut through doors and things. But it takes you a while. You get it done.
Look. Hey, we're alive. We're unconscious, but we're alive.
Other Rangers. As you are given updates by Hawk, when she enters the section of the city that is dark, she loses comms. So you guys will not have any updates on your friends. You do know that they are alive. Hopefully. And that Sprocket and Hawk are on their way to save them. I'm back to my normal voice, right?
Can I at least talk to them and let them know what's going on when Hawk says I can't talk to anybody?
Oh, sure.
Because I can talk to everybody still.
This is 100% correct. You can, if you would like. Do you update your Ranger friends? Stress them out?
Yeah, exactly. Let them know at least we're alive.
Okay. So, and he has to repeat this conversation 4 times because the communication is one-on-one. So he's got to just rotate between everyone like he's doing dialing up.
Each time he talks to someone, it's angry and angrier and more frustrated. Like, God damn it, God damn it, God damn it.
When he gets to Rhea is just cursing him out back like, fuck, man.
Fuck off, we're alive.
And the portal is closed. Congratulations, Power Rangers. You gain an auto level this session. Regardless of whatever else we do, you are guaranteed a level.
You're welcome.
All right, next steps.
Tell them you're welcome, Nate.
I would put on my contest.
Nice. So,
Not gonna get that on me.
you guys have a choice. Do you guys want to wait for your friends to get back and recover, or do you want to move on to the mission? Because you do know that the army is moving and grooving towards causing a distraction.
My vote is for pulling back because this is not the only thing on our dance cart coming up. So making sure that we're in top form and, not horribly dying would be my vote.
Okay.
Well, given that the army is currently being the distraction, Ray would hate to lose this chance.
It'd be a shame if all of the technology on the other side of that grid also suffered the effects of an EMP blast, and now that entire 10-group armada, is now just floating through space.
They might
and
be.
everybody's gonna
You'll never know. But you can assume it probably went in both directions. If that makes you feel better.
We should have had EMP shielding. Stupid.
Well, EMP shielding and anti-tech shielding, two totally different shieldings. Who knows?
I'm sorry, in my brain, I'm just picturing like a blackout on the Tarasi side. It's like, my Emperor! The systems, they've stopped working! Quick! Unplug it and plug it back in again!
I need my Tetris, and I need it now.
Okay, so we are about at the 2-hour roleplay mark. Before we push forward too far, do you guys want a 5-minute break? Because we're probably going to end it a little early because we started a little late. We'll still end at normal time, but it'll only be like another hour and a half. Do you guys want to take our 5-minute break now so we can fight a drink, all that fun stuff?
Probably a good idea.
Probably a good idea.
Hey, and guess who forgot to turn on the right game title? We're fixing that right now. Oopsie. It's fixed. No one will ever see it. All right. We've been playing D&D this whole time. I'm sorry. All right. Anyway, we'll be right back. We're playing the White Rangers new song. There are dragons. There be dragons, yo. All right. We'll see you guys in a couple minutes.
Yay.
The song is called Reignite. And Jared, you made this one, right?
Yep.
All right. Here we go.
Light returns, soft the shore, a fire tempered, strong and pure. The war goes on, but so do I. A steady flare beneath the sky. This is the spark they couldn't drown. I'm rising now, I won't back down. So let the echoes fade to dawn. The fight's not over, but I moved on. And through the dark, I'll always shine. This light I carry, now it's mine.
Yeah, did I come in at perfect timing when that finished?
You're muted.
Man, that was good.
Thank you.
Love it.
That was good. You did a good job there, buddy.
10
Time
out
goes
of
on
10
to
on
make
the
the songs
banger.
less derivative.
There's too much positivity in this room.
Too much. Younger says it's a 2 out of 3 at the worst. All right. Let's get back to I put it on start instead
Oh,
of
Younger
BRB.
hasn't even heard my newest song. Only a couple people have heard my newest song.
You don't share your toys.
I share
Yeah,
them at the
that's
right
fine.
moments.
Speaking of new songs, have you guys heard the new one in the Suno channel? Posted by
I'm
yours truly?
still playing catch up in the Suno channel.
How dare you? But
I like to listen to the whole song.
the whole song, nothing but the whole song. So, pushing forward to our next bit of the adventure. You guys hold off is the plan, yes?
That was my vote. I think everyone else wants to take advantage of the situation.
Yeah, Rhea wants to take advantage.
Carter wants
Ellie
to.
is it.
Carter wants to stay behind too. In agreement with Bobby for once, like, let's get our friends and make sure they're safe. If this is a huge army that we're fighting, we need all 6 of us. Or 8 of us, but you know what I mean.
Compromise. We Zord up, go get our friends.
Yeah, but what if the Zords get turned off being in that zone?
Then we have them wait at the perimeter while we go in. That way we can make a hasty egress.
I mean, well,
Is
that
Zeph still on my shoulder?
Zeph is, well, I mean, she is in the room with you. I assume you're not morphed currently and in your power armor.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to burn your use of it for this scene already?
Probably not.
Okay. I mean, she can be nearby. That's not a big issue. But it might behoove you to stay out of the chaos zone for a little bit. DM is going to tell you, if you guys wait, you will wait for your friends to get back and recover, which won't take super long, but it'll definitely put you an hour or 2 behind your schedule that you had planned, for sure.
AKA, he's not going to kill us for wanting to recover.
Rhea kind of tilts her head back and sighs. I see your logic.
Thank you. I try to apply to that appeal to that more often than not. Usually the logic is if they are dead, they're not a problem, but that's a whole different story.
Rhea turns and glares at him. Not the time.
I was by no means addressing you directly. I was speaking for myself. If you have a guilty conscience, I'm sorry. Talk to Ty when he's awake.
I'll hold him.
No more of this. No one beats up Carter anymore. Not my friends. Y'all getting your ass whipped fair and square. I'm done holding back.
Rhea kind of eyes a nearby crowbar.
Do I look like Jason Todd to you? That don't scare me. You are not Rye. I will be up in at least a day at the worst.
Rhea definitely just flips him off.
I'll take that. Emotional damage. It hurts.
Emotional damage.
Oh, see, you said the words. Now I gotta find the sound.
Worrying at her friends and threatening them is her love language, by the way.
Emotional damage.
Found it. Sorry. I approve that love language. So, as you wait for your friends, it does take a couple hours. But when we get back to the base and get hauled in, Nathan's idea per the sniffing salt. Oh, he's gone. Come back, Nathan. It's gonna be your turn soon.
Oh no, we lost him for good.
The sniffing salts is a great idea. The doctors that are there basically do that to wake up your friends. Again, they're not damaged or hurt. They were just put into shock, essentially. So you guys learn what hellfire smells like.
So, how'd it go? He says sarcastically.
We're alive. Portal's closed.
Mission success then.
In a rare moment, goes, "Fuck yeah!"
So,
Not so loud, please.
Upon her
Please,
saying
not so
that,
loud.
he will.
Not so loud.
Upon
Not
her
so loud.
saying that, and then he's picturing her pumping her fist. He's just not even going to look in her direction. He just holds up his hand for the high five.
She definitely high fives him.
hey, Nathaniel, how long would you estimate that part of the city is going to be down?
How much of an area did it affect?
About 36% of the city.
Oof. Okay, so realistically, anything like unless there's a reason for it to be like having an EMP resistance, um, it's literally every single circuit board and every single piece of electronics piece would be legitimately fried. So, um, like you wouldn't have to replace any of like the wires and stuff, but all of the transformers, like in the power lines, like every single one of those is fucking ruined. Um, and so unless it's like a specifically built city to resist, like that's gonna be down for a minimal of like a month and a half, 2 months, and that would be like if all the resources were going towards just the EMP and not like other building structures that were destroyed from actual damages, you know, um, with there being no additional rising threats. So you're probably talking about like restoration efforts that are going to be anywhere like on a low note, like it'd be with support, like somewhere probably around the 8 month range. This isn't like you had a bad one and some of your power lines went down. This is literally like every piece of technology that has more than a direct line current through it just gone.
This is 100% correct. Nathaniel, roll me a D4 really quick, too.
All day two.
Okay, so you're making a guesstimation that the blackout zone will probably last for 2 days on its own as well, just from what you saw from the explosion before it hit, kind of thing. You're just making a guess, but that's your assumption, as it'll not the repair of everything, but the fact that things that go in it die.
Oh, so I mean, if that's like a special effect thing,
Yep.
sure.
Yep. You're
Okay.
you're just making a smart boy assumption.
Isn't that also when the Death Ranger comes back?
Yep.
Hey, maybe if he shows up in that dead zone, he goes poof.
No, he's showing up in the quarry. That's his quantum locked spot, right?
Fuck. We could draw him to the dead zone. He'll go poof.
You know,
he just runs through it.
You know what I just thought about though in character. If we don't get rid of these blue bastards in the next 2 days, that Death Ranger is going to have a plethora of possible minions.
Yeah. So, speaking of, why haven't y'all done anything about that? Y'all were supposed to go ahead and like make a charge.
Who's talking?
This is
right
anger talking, mind you.
Okay.
This is anger. Yeah, he's a little irked. Like I told you to talk to the military and go take care of this shit, and you're still here. So why?
We're waiting on you, dumbass.
told you we were fine.
How long were we out?
About 2 hours between travel time and
Look,
unloading.
I had
And
to haul your ass in the dark. All right, don't even.
Wait, so you home? I opened up my medical bag. I was like, you had those same smelling salts. You also had this EpiPen, which administers adrenaline, because that's what EpiPens are. So don't act like I'm.
Fuck you, Nathan.
so, as you guys are arguing and bickering about whether or not you should have left already, you hear Viron go,
Oh, Rangers, that is enough. Your petty squabbling is annoying. This is a serious moment. Act like it.
Rhea is actually nodding for once, agreeing. I second that.
Holy shit, get out of here and get to that quarry now! There are other people besides you on the line. Act like Rangers and not like the teenagers that you replaced. I picked adults for a reason.
Rhea turns to everyone. We ready?
You know it.
Round 2.
Alright, Rangers, I'm putting you at the edge of the quarry. 3, 2, 1, good luck.
But it's Wet Ranger's episode. She gets to say the thing.
she can still say the thing.
Wait, what?
It's the same. You
Morphing
get to,
call.
yeah, you get the goofy. It's time to transform
You call the morph.
montage.
Oh my. Nexus Ranger synchronize.
Nexus Ranger synchronize. All right. Starlight Ranger synchronize.
Quantum power, synchronize.
Turbo
Phantom
Gold,
Ranger Shadow Power
synchronize.
synchronize.
Okay, sorry, stepped on you there. My bad.
Phantom Ranger Shadow Power synchronize.
Blue Ranger synchronize.
Turbo Gold, synchronize. Shift into overdrive. Nexus Armor Core, engage.
As we land, you might need to cut that down by like a sentence. That's a lot to say in like the 10 seconds we have for morphing.
I need to make sure all my stuff's turned on.
Gotta up that voice activation. As a note, I did spend a personal power to activate the Starlight Ranger instead of my regular Green Ranger form. I got the void armor. The stars popping off my chest.
I spent the power for both the Power Wing and, quote unquote ninja form, which is his shift into overdrive, and it zeroes out. Wild shenanigans. And the element I'm picking is fire for the shift into overdrive.
Solid. Okay. You have all shifted and transformed, and you're in your modes. Are you sure you want to be in your Power Wings? Because you don't have the ability to be silent in that. And we are planning on sneaking.
You're planning.
Ellie never planned to put on her Power Wings.
Right?
I thought we were teleporting.
I was talking to our Gold Ranger because he just said he put on his Power Wings.
He'll take off and take Overwatch above everyone else.
A bold choice, Carter. We'll see how it pays off.
I'm not Carter.
I know. Sorry, that was a dodgeball reference. So
the quote is, "It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pans out."
Oh, is it Cotton? Dang it. Okay, sorry. Apparently it's been a long time since I watched that movie. So it was an attempt at a dodgeball reference, and I failed terribly. I'm sorry. Anyway, you take off.
Bobby has a snag on sneaking anyway, so.
Okay. Everyone, including Bobby, who has a snag on infiltration checks, make an infiltration check to see if you guys make it in the base, because a bright gold body flying in the air is, noticeable.
Can I choose not to do that?
You choose not to sneak?
Can I choose to be a distraction point?
I'm going to say no because it's a group check and we all need to make the group check. But it's a group check, so it's if more than half of us succeed, we're good to go.
15.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
Even with the snag, a 14 and a 15 on the 2d20s.
Solid.
Oh, this will
Critical
probably be the only good
God.
roll I get. The only good roll I get all night.
Rolled a 2. My infiltration's like a D2, so give me a second here. Okay, 4 for me.
It's 19.
19's good. Nathaniel, you're our determining factor here.
I got a critical fail.
Nice. All
What
right.
did you do?
You
Wait,
critically
wait, wait,
failed.
wait. So critically fail. So we all have survivor. Survivor allows you to reroll one roll of 1 per scene, right?
Oh,
Doesn't it?
but I was also at snag, right? Because I'm not proficient at this ability by any means, and my second roll was a 2.
Oh, well then that wouldn't help you.
All right. So edge on survival and can save on smart save. Is what I have.
Survival or other related check to navigate an emergency or instinctual choice.
Yeah. So not for sneaking. But that's okay. 4 of you passed. So with flying colors. Luckily it was a group check. So the paladins of the group did not alert the goblins.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was my mistake. It's the tragic origin thing that gives you that.
Okay.
My bad.
It's all good. No hate, promise. Yeah, because the survivor one, the negative on it is may freeze when form or trauma happens. So, when we start dying, we start having issues. But anyway, besides Carter and Nathaniel's bumbling through the camp, you guys make it to one of the 3 locations that I mentioned earlier. So you have the production/waste site where they are throwing away all their old stuff / converting new materials into usable stuff. There is the barracks, and then there is the highly guarded intel room.
I'm voting the intel room.
I follow her.
I was going to say, White Ranger, you are in charge. Tell us where to go.
Right.
Okay. We're going for intel room.
All right, so you guys make your way to the intel room. Gold Ranger, you are keeping watch above. You will get an upshift 1 on alertness checks, as you have made that. So when I make other people make checks, you need to make alertness checks instead. Is that cool?
Yep.
Okay, so
it's not a terrible skill for me, so
you have made it to the outside of the location. Now you have to sneak in, and you have a choice here. There's a couple guards up front. You can either make a pew fight your way in, or you can try to sneak around. Also, our Phantom Ranger, have you activated your Phantom Suite yet, or are you saving that for later?
Let's say, yeah, I'll say that it's activated. It's been activated. Yeah.
Okie dokie. So, sneaky sneak or pew pew. There's currently 2 guards and 5 of you plus Bobby, who's within. What Bobby? What ranged weapons do you have?
I have my power staff. The power staff has a ranged option.
What's the range on that bad boy?
30 feet / 100.
Okay, so you can fly pretty high up, but you're going to be at disadvantage for it.
Unless I want to fly 30 feet up in the air, which they will definitely see me, and I will be a flying target.
Yeah. So you're probably sitting at like anywhere between 80 and 100.
But if I need to, I can aim.
It do help a little bit. You still get snag, but you upshift, so.
It helps offset it, yes.
Yeah.
So we see the 2 guards.
Mhm.
Rhea, what do you want to do?
Okay. I'm gonna send 2 off in front to kind of snag them.
You want the sneaky stabby, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, who are you telling to sneaky stabby?
I am signing Bobby to follow me, or not Bobby.
Well,
Yeah, you're flying. That's right. Ellie.
All right.
I'm stabby.
Yep.
All right. Stabby, and other stabby. You guys need to make an infiltration check and then make a attack roll.
I knew I was forgetting something.
Bobby, make an alertness check since these guys are making a infiltration check to get behind these guys undetected.
Woo! So that is a 19. Woo! I love good rolls.
Okay, good. You do not spot anyone that's going to cause problems with these actions.
Doing Iron Man Overwatch over here.
I got an 18.
Okay, for your infiltration check.
Yep.
Okay, and then
Hang on.
chaos.
Attack. But first, 28
Reverb.
on the infiltration roll.
Nice. All right, both of you roll an
That's
attack.
critical too. That's a critical success too. So
They ain't seeing you for nothing. I'm gonna allow this. You will still be in stealth essentially after you make this attack.
yeah. So attacky. You can. So are you going to pull out your grid relic? Your dragon fang? And then it's a 1d10 for you.
Okay, so I'm bringing out the dragon fang.
1d10.
Okay.
You both passed your stealth check, so you guys will have edge on this attack because they are completely unaware.
Thank you.
I got 23.
Got him. Roll your damage, or tell me your damage.
Energy 1.
Yeah, 1 energy for you.
Okay, so 1 energy.
Okay.
And from Ellie, as she pulls out the shadow saber, it's 2 energy on her target.
Okay. You guys have like 3 attacks or whatever, right?
I mean, if you want to do that, yeah, we could go.
I would. This is the time you're attacking guardsmen.
Okay, I assume only the first roll was an edge.
Correct. Yes, the other 2 are at regular rolls.
Okay.
So I got 18.
Misses.
Okay, well, 18 also.
Also misses. Except for you get edge because you're still snuck because of the critical from earlier.
Let me roll one more d20, but I doubt that'll do much better. No, that's going to be 27.
That hits then, so 2 more energy damage.
Yeah, roll one more for the second X-ray attack.
Got 21.
That will question on your stats there, Chaos. Some of them have stuff in parentheses. What is that supposed to represent?
For that one. For that one, if it's the one I'm thinking about, you'll notice they have a shield as part of their, and whether they're in passive or active makes a difference. And
Gotcha.
the parentheses means active.
Okay, gotcha. So these guys aren't in active defense because they're not in combat, so that then it hits.
But anyways, yeah, 12. So even though that's a critical on the D8, I don't think so.
12 unfortunately misses. Would you like to spend that? Actually, you guys don't have any power points currently. Story points. That's what I meant. Story points.
Yeah,
Question.
we don't have them right now because our Quantum Ranger can't act just yet.
Are you sure? I do have a question about that.
I'm listening.
we sure?
I do have my solo shot, which allows me to, regardless of essentially where I'm at, I can just shoot my gun and it treats the target as if they're in close range.
Okay.
So I could still be like, I could steal them. I could still be a little sneaky sneak, and essentially like a little portal shows up in front of my quantum defender, and I can go pew pew right at them.
Okay. The downside to using a quantum defender instead of a melee weapon is it's loud.
Okay.
Don't do it.
I won't. That's why I asked.
But we were just talking about story points. That was the point.
I mean, I could do the opal. The opal, yes, I could do the opal and just kind of. But I don't remember the cost for doing that.
It's a
I think
full
it was just once a.
full action, full turn.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
Oh, shit.
But it's a once a story. What you call it?
Yeah, but we've used them all, so if we get all of them back, fuck it.
Okay. On your turn though.
Okay.
See, that's what I meant.
I'm sorry, I tried.
Do I get a grumpy baby? A grumpy baby.
There he is.
A shirtless baby at a minimum. So, now that we have our secondary Green Ranger over here. Yeah, so one takes a total of 4 damage if I got the math right, and the other one only took 1.
What was that?
The one that Ellie attacked took 4 damage, and the one that our handy dandy White Ranger took 1.
Did I know the one attack? I know her last attack hit. Did her first attack hit? I know her second attack didn't. But her first attack did hit.
Her first attack did so she hit twice then. So 2 and
Yeah.
4. Okay, cool. Yeah. That's why I was checking, making sure.
Yep.
Okay, so both of these enemies stumble backwards looking at you and immediately go into their active defense mode. Roll initiative, everybody. Including Bobby, who's up in the air.
Oh my god.
She had
Yay.
to take care of dogos, so she'll be right back. We'll let her know.
Nathaniel, what are you cursing about over there?
I got
You got a what?
a 4.
Not much worse than me. I got an 8 total.
Got an 11.
All right. Since there's only 2 enemies and it's relatively close combat at this point, I'm not going to worry about a map, and we'll just theater of the mind this really quick, because for now, unless you guys mess up, this should be relatively.
I rolled a 9, so if Rhea uses follow me, I'm
Rhea didn't take follow me in this case. She took the auras instead of follow me.
Okay, so the 9.
All right. Faster than the Green Ranger. Enemies go on. Well, that's not great. Let's see what this is. Oh, that's way better. Dang it. I think that's 17 total. Let me look at their other number here. Oh, no, they get that +8. Excuse me. Or not +8, but a D8.
Yeah. These guys must be on alert all times.
Or 21.
Oh, yeah, bad guys go first.
Phantom got 14.
Okay. Rhea, you're the only one I haven't heard the number from.
So we've got guards, then Phantom,
then gold,
then got Bobby. What did you end up getting?
He had a 9.
9. So actually, it's me then.
Okay.
And then Bobby, and then Nate, and no, Carter, then Nathan.
Mm-hmm. Ray, what did you roll? Because I didn't hear that.
She's taking care of doggos.
Oh, right.
Roll initiative.
Sorry, doggies.
Yes, doggies. Sorry, you can't see them, but doggies.
Hang on. Not done. Okay. I know. I got
19.
what did I say?
19.
Yeah, 19.
Okay, so then guards, then Rhea. Yeah.
All right. Guards go first. Oh man. All right. So they have a choice here. They can either try and deal with these people or sound the alarm. I'm gonna roll a percentile. They got a 50-50 chance of fighting versus alerting everyone else. First guard does not alert anybody. We'll roll on the second guard's turn. He's making attacks. Let's see what all he does. Stop. Okay, so they got that. They're a little bit faster. They're, we are not in between. Actually, there is someone in between them. You guys are on the far side, and they have been pinned, so they don't get the form ranks bonus. Good job, team. So yeah, they're gonna take swords to. We're gonna start with Ellie. Ellie, you are the first one to get attacked here. Nothing else that's super duper special with it, but that D8 to hit is wild. I rolled an 8 and a 6. A 14 versus your toughness, I assume, isn't even close.
Not quite.
Okay. It doesn't look like they get multiple attacks.
They do not.
So, he misses terribly. He swings and a miss. And then second guard, 50-50 chance if he alerts the others or not. Woo! 49, just so you guys know.
That was close.
It was close. One more point would have been a bad day for the rest of us. He makes attack against our White Ranger. That's a bit better. Not much though. 12.
Nope.
I thought it was an 18. It was an 8. Next. Oh, there goes your toy, you silly boy. Don't unplug
That would be Rhea.
Ray, there's a man in front of you. He just tried to stab you in the face.
I'm gonna go for another decapitation.
A called shot, next shot? That's rude. So, are you making a called shot or are you just saying you're hitting him?
And I'm gonna go for cutting this guy's head off.
Okay, you're aiming for the neck. Add your upshift and burn your free actions and yada yada yada. Stab it.
Plus 10.
Yeah.
Mm.
22.
That is their current AC with their shield up.
That means you beat it.
Yeah, you hit.
You hit.
Yeah.
But you only deal the 1 energy damage.
But you have 3 attacks, and you've already done 2 damage to him. Will you take him down? Dun dun dun.
Not quite. But he's messed up.
Second attack? Question mark.
What?
He's messed up. He's not down yet.
Yeah.
So you have to. So you still have 2 attacks left.
Alright.
You tell him.
I'm gonna mute myself. Sorry.
It's another 22, but I crit on the D10.
That is important because that does double damage.
Okay, so did that
And your final swing is unnecessary because 2 plus 1 is 3. You already did 2, so that's 5. He goes down. Would you like to step over to the other guy and take a whack at him with your last attack?
Like, you back off my girl. Uh, 25.
25 hits. And you only have 1 hit point left. So you finish both of them off in a single swing, schwacky, schwacky. The rest of you, unfortunately, don't get a turn. I'm sorry.
Or anybody got called out.
I'll so ready.
Ready. Okay,
I have
so
plans.
you have cleared the entrance. Do you guys try to disguise the bodies, or you just kind of leave them there?
Weekend at Bernie's them.
Hide them.
Yeah, we do need to hide these bodies.
Okay, so 2 people make a bronze check to dispose of the would-be issues as you drag them somewhere else. Not the Purple Ranger, probably not the Blue Ranger. Where's Red when you need him?
Yeah.
Right.
What's my strength?
You
Bronze.
killed. What happened to Red Ranger? You killed his wife and he ran away. That's what happened.
We don't really.
He's
no,
dead.
I guess no one here took Braun. So
I at least have a D2 in it, so I will try and move one. Try is a keyword. 15 plus 2. So a whopping 17 is good enough to move a body without too much issue. Anyone else, or do I need to make a second roll?
What if we work together? Can we just offset it and make a straight roll?
So yeah, I mean that would be how that works if you guys help each other.
Yeah, I'd help.
Helping each other.
okay, that's
Girl power.
girl power. Yeah. I guess that would just be a straight. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
12.
12. I got 18.
It'll just be one of you making the roll, I think.
I thought we were both kind of participating in this.
One of you is giving the help action or assistance.
Oh, then yeah, I gave it to Rhea.
Oh yeah, 18. Yeah.
I'll allow it this time. Rabble. You were able to hide the body without too much issue. As you do so, you are able to go into the command center. What you will notice, yes.
Do they have any kind of like communication devices on them? Like a walkie-talkie or anything like that?
Yes, 100%.
I'm gonna grab it.
Okay, you do so. You are now patched into the internal network communicado thingy, and since your Blue Ranger is here, you can understand what they're saying for the most part.
Or you could just turn to me since I speak the language.
Yeah, well,
Everyone speaks the language.
we all speak it now.
Technically, I have the grid speak as well. Grid speak communicator, so I know it.
Hey, I grabbed the walkie-talkie. We can all hear what's going on now.
Yep.
This is true. So you would say that currently, there's nothing out of the ordinary. It sounds like regular reporting and patrol movements and so on and so forth. No one is a quote-unquote alerted to your presence. So, you guys enter the command center, right? And it's dark and kind of dingy, and you can see where people have been working and whatnot, but you guys notice that there's not a lot of Tarasi in here, if any at all. In the distance, you can see the glow of the command room, right? It looks like the door is already open, as if it was jammed open with a piece of rebarb or iron that has just shunted it open, or maybe even the door itself is clocked open so it can't close all the way. But that is the only light in this vessel that you can see currently.
Rhea's
Can I
gonna
make
sign the other guys to wait behind. She's gonna peek in.
Okay. Bobby, would you like to descend and join your team inside the building?
If that is an option to do safely, yes.
It is 100%. The guards are out the way. The bodies are hidden. You think you can land and be with the rest of us pretty easily.
Coming in for a landing. I can say over our comms.
You do so without issue. What you do notice as you guys enter the building is a large, dark-colored laser. Is the best way to describe it, as it is a solid black line. Fires not super far from the command base. It seems to be firing over the hill and smashes into some Tarasi patrol. You also hear gunfire in the distance.
the Military.
Seymour distraction has arrived.
You would probably note that those noises have been going on the entire time you were here. Bobby, being up in the air, definitely could see what was going on.
Yeah.
There was
I
a
would have
large
relayed
presence.
had I known what to relay.
Yeah, sorry, the DM mistake on my part. You guys will know that the military is in the northwest corner of the quarry, basically on the top of the hill, firing down on a equivalent-sized group of Tarasi Yahoos. Being led by a very, very large blue boy is the best way to describe him. As our handy-dandy White Ranger has described the prince and various other people she's met before, this does not fit the prince's description, but he is a big bastard. You don't know who or what he is. You just know he's bigger than all the rest of them. Black Line fires about once every 3 minutes, and it just a straight-up laser beam of disintegration is the easiest way to describe it. Whatever it touches, slam to the ground with an excessive amount of force. They don't necessarily disintegrate, but they are crushed under it.
Is this coming from the base that we're in, or towards the base?
No, towards the base. It looks like the military have some kind of mounted artillery cannon-looking thing that is
That's what I wanted to make sure I understood, like which direction who was firing.
Yeah. It is hitting the Tarasi, causing havoc on the northwest of the base.
Sweet.
So we've witnessed this thing go off since I've landed and rejoined the group.
Yes, it literally, like when you land, another thing hits not super far from you guys.
After it goes off, I just look to Rhea. Honey, I want one.
We should notify them not to shoot this building that we're in.
I'm gonna lean over and be like, "You just called her honey." The steps are being made. The steps are being made.
Points at the giant gun. I want one. Can I have one?
No.
Okay.
So, yep, it's a straight shot to the command center. Again, you can kind of see a couple people off in the distance around the thing, obviously talking to Rossi about whatever they're trying to tactically move around. There isn't anything that is, like, tactically discernible from what they're saying, but obviously they are talking about dealing with the cannon, as they politely are calling it. What do you guys do?
Command center. I imagine that there is a form of map table with distinguishable marks regarding, enemy troop placements and things of that nature.
You can assume that is the light that is shining at the end of the hallway.
We're just gonna go towards that area.
Okay.
Following along.
Everybody, or are you sneaking off by yourself? What's up? Sorry, Nathaniel.
Can I zoom in with a camera and take a picture?
Do you have extra magnification doohickeys? Or just
I have the focus thing, which lets me see it at 30 feet.
Okay, so as you get closer, 100% an option.
Yeah, so Rhea's basically motioning the others to flank.
So,
but kind of stay behind.
You're not sure any of the doors actually work in this hallway. It looks like it's really just a straight shot. As you get close enough to see things, Nathaniel, you will note that there is a man sitting on a throne above the people, and about 2 other people sitting around that would-be map of discernible things that you had kind of discussed before. And that is what you can see with your extra vision. Rhea, as you approach the map room and get a little bit closer, you will recognize the man sitting on the throne, as he's, kind of close to the map, but not quite. No, not dead. Definitely, 100% not dead. This is... I can scroll down to get his name right. Prince Zezerad, right? Is that how you say it? Zirid. Okay, my apologies. Prince Zirid. He stands in front of you with a large greatsword sparking with electricity is the easiest way to describe it. He's rocking a mohawk and pointy blue ears. Again, for a blue orc, he's more intimidating than you would give him credit for. Sitting around the table, Rhea, will also recognize Princess Lokori. Lokoki? How do you say that one?
Loquai.
Loquai. She seems to be commanding the troops on the board. And standing right next to her, licking a dagger, looks to be a Tarasi known as Yim Postes. Yeah, that one.
Here they all are for everybody's reference.
The best way to describe this one looks like the Joker, but in blue orc form is the easiest way to describe her is what she looks like.
Yeah.
The princess, on the other hand, looks like she might be mixed with a human. Has deep blue dark hair, wears armor, and has a couple of very menacing looking short swords on her hip. They're not drawn currently, unlike the prince, who is sitting there just kind of like twirling his blade, listening to his sister give commands.
Noted, Baker, but just know that's the same mistake that our great Ranger made.
It is. It literally is.
Oh, see, this tells me there's something in the chat I need to look at really quick.
Oh, okay. So, getting back into character.
You guys have been blowing this thing up.
Okay. So, does Jared actually see them?
Is who?
Jared, has he spotted Rhea?
No, you are shrouded in darkness, allegedly. And you are protected by it. Also, you're standing next to Ellie, and Ellie, almost at this point, gives the people around her, especially when she's in her shadow armor, a tad bit more shadow than they should have. It's almost infectious.
Rhea is starting to feel her heart racing faster and faster. Some old emotions are streaming forward. Mind you, this is the man who killed her Red Ranger, her original
Heart.
Yes.
Not the emotions I was expecting.
Hold on. I'm gonna mentally say something to Rhea.
I don't know if
You
she'll
should
be able to hear you over.
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna say it anyway. Need you to focus. Focus. You're in charge. You focus.
Basically, what you're doing is the same thing that was happening with Anakin when Yoda was listening in and hearing freaking Qui-Gon Jinn trying to yell at Anakin when he was killing the younglings.
Purple Ranger over here. You need to lock the fuck in.
I can see it. Just like
I got a 16 alertness. Do I notice the definite change in Rhea's body language?
Yeah, 100%. It's you're close enough to her where you can see it. Rhea, you have activated the negative perk if you have it for the survivor class.
Let me see.
You should have it. That's the one everyone should have, but you know.
So when you originally assigned us the survivor perk, I thought you were taking off the original negative perk for the one that you homebrewed up. Is that not the case?
No. If it was the first one that you took for your character, you don't get the negative, but if it was the second or further on, you had to take the influence. Or hang up, I should say.
Technically speaking, you can choose which one, but because renegades play fast and loose with that. But
that's what I'm saying. If you picked it as your quote unquote first one, it doesn't have that negative. If you picked it second, third, fourth, fifth, then whatever. You know what I mean?
Like in my case, I opted for the social awkwardness part of the small town roots instead of survivor snag. Which
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
then I misunderstood from before. Okay, so
for example, mine I took handler, so I don't have the negative side to handler, which was like you smell all the time from hanging out with animals.
yeah, no, so I gave Rhea the one that you like homebrewed up, the negative that you homebrewed up for the survivor influence,
Okay.
because you asked us all to take that. But my original idea was that you had replaced it. So
No,
if you did not replace it.
the story step back was its own unique thing, just because I gave you guys the extra free power and all the other things to kind of balance all that out.
Okay. So then, yeah, you need to decide if you are taking that survivor, or if you want to take the martial artist one where you can be goaded into a fight.
Either one, I'm going to use against you in the next scene. So choose wisely.
I'm gonna do survivor.
Okay, so she's taking the survivor one.
Okay.
I will update that for her.
Okay, so this is you may freeze when former trauma happens is the simple description, right? So
Yeah.
what that translates to? What are you destroying over there? Okay, you can destroy. I don't care about that. That is a piece of paper. Not important to me. All right, let me get to our hang-ups really quick.
So officially, the mechanic is to suffer snag on alertness checks, but I will also. But if you want to give something extra, I am all for it.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. So you're kind of freezing up, and you have snag on the alertness checks, which may become important in the next scene. So, do you stand there awkwardly? Do you charge in? What do you do? You are currently not seen, but you are pretty sure as soon as you step into the room, the light's gonna reveal you. There's no real way to sneak in unless you guys have like a smoke grenade or some kind of cool equipment that no one here has crafted for sure.
She's not gonna charge forward. She's not gonna freeze. She's just gonna kind of like she's on autopilot. She's gonna slowly walk towards Jared.
All right. As
Yeah,
you
I love her dragon
do
face.
so, he smiles a deep smile, snaps his fingers, sister, and her. What is his relationship to Azim? Do you guys know? Because there's a note in the thing that I don't know how it applies.
What's Jared's relationship with Kyrie?
I mean, they're family. I mean, they're
Okay, so
it's just like any other family that you kind of expect.
no,
maybe it's cliche.
not the princess. The Yumi.
Yilm?
Yeah, Yelm.
Oh, Yilm. She. I guess she's now the royal alchemist. So, I take that as you want.
Okay, got it. So he goes, Sister Yelm, we have a guest. And a familiar face at that, I can tell by the fear on her scent. As he takes a big whiff. Delicious.
A little something that he could also say in DMs.
Oh god, I gotta look at DMs then. I'll be right back. I agree, Younger. How dare they? Okay. I like that one. He says, though it looks like you're wearing the wrong color, you're already ready to surrender.
As I remember correctly, the reason why I am a different color is because of previous events that brought me here.
So you're saying it's my fault. And where are your... Oh, there they are. Standing behind the door. Come in, Rangers.
Ellie definitely steps forward with her shadow saber drawn.
Look at the lot of you. Not only did you find more cockroaches, you brought them straight into the trap as the door slams behind the lot of you. Dun, 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 dun. Roll an alertness check, everybody, please.
Alert.
Is it perception?
It is an alertness.
Holy
Is it, well,
shit.
okay.
You are
Is it
Yo,
perception?
that's-
Yes or no?
you are getting surprised, so it is straight up alertness.
Damn it.
Hey, get off my coin. No. Okay, this map will work. He's attacking my
19.
stuff. Okay, I'm gonna use a half map for this encounter just because you guys really are gonna be in a very limited space here.
13.
Just my double 19 snag.
Say double 19 snag. That's impressive.
Yo. Yo.
That's a hell yeah. All right. So, Blue Ranger, you will know that we are not alone. You see the other people in the room and will not take this surprise attack. Anyone else?
I have a 19.
You also see the people
13.
and will not be surprised. 13 is surprised.
17.
Yeah.
Switching,
I'm switching
Fixing
cameras. Denterberry.
Ray got 17, I got 16.
Okay, 16, 17 are not good enough.
Nope.
Also, did Rhea take a snag on that roll?
Did you take the snag?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so we got Sis, we got the Prince sitting on his crown, we got Assassin Lady McGee. As I will give them actual tokens for them, I now have to find where my son is hidden all my other tokens.
Do you mean sitting on his throne? Because sitting on his crown sounds incredibly uncomfortable.
Did I? Is that what I said?
Yes.
You did.
Well, ow, that is my toe.
I mean, I don't know what he's into, but
I mean, it's probably the least worst of it, to be honest, from what I've heard about these people.
He might like it. You never know.
He might. That might be his thing. Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, give me a second here, because my son has hidden all my miniatures and scattered them through the winds. So we're gonna find.
Man, there's only 3 people there. Dang.
We're gonna. I don't think I have enough blue people to count for this. So we're gonna use force tokens because that is the nearest tokens that I have that are circles. And it has conveniently 2 colors to differentiate the 2 types of yahoos that you are dealing with. So, 1, 2. So I will note that this is on an upper level, right? The darker spots on the map. And this is kind of a bowl surrounding the center. Oh, wait, child, get away from the battery. Don't touch the power, please. None of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, did I pull out just enough on the first try? Hell yeah, I did. All right. You see 4 guardsmen and 8 gunners stationed in the wings. The gunners, pew 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 pew. So, those of you that were surprised were who? Because I still got to roll.
me, I was surprised, apparently.
Apparently, you was surprised.
Rhea and Ellie were both surprised.
Carter, 16 plus 1, 17. He is not surprised. Wait,
what?
what numbers did you guys have? Sorry. You guys had 16 and
Rhea rolled
17.
17.
Yeah, okay, so sorry. Then Carter also fails, because it was one more than what she had. Hey. Is that it? Ah! No! Being attacked! I know you guys can't see it, but I'm struggling for my life! Okay, so, Carter, Ellie, Ray, just us 3, right? We're surprised. So, we have 8 shots between us. So, I'm going to roll a d6, and 1, 2 is...
Bobby was surprised too.
Okay, so there's 4 of us. Yep. Okay, cool. So, I'm going to make it really easy, and all of us are going to take 2 shots.
You mean I'm going to take 2 shots, because my my guardian ability does not designate melee or ranged.
Okay.
And I'm adjacent to the whole team.
You are. Does that mean you're taking all 8 of these shots?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, and after the first shot, he gets resistance.
Uh-huh.
First shot
And,
that hits, right? Or is it just
yeah.
first shot
If
in
it
general?
hits.
And I have dodgy.
Okay, you haven't moved this turn, I guess. So
No.
that
No.
works.
I'm just letting you know now it's going to come into play.
All right. Let me scroll back to the gunner stats. Would you stop grabbing my cord? I'm trying to talk.
Saved by the baby. The cosmic baby.
Cosmic baby of chaos over here. All right. So just the guardsmen are going because the guardsmen. I mean, just the gunmen are going because the guardsmen. La la la! Don't give me that.
I don't.
Okay. +6. Ooh, but they can turn it to an AOE effect. Ooh, actually that might be better because you guys are all within a 10/10.
Yup.
God damn it, son! Stop.
And that
Sorry.
while Bob can still get his resistance, he can't protect us all from AoE.
Nope.
Okay, so
It also means that. Let's see. Let me double check. Golden Guardian. I need to double check.
okay, so all of you
Yeah.
take.
So
I'm listening.
I was just okay. So them switching it to AOE completely kind of obliterates my build because now I can't guard from the damage and now I can't counterattack. So I am standing here like a golden lightning rod.
you were ready. It was a good idea.
Thank you so much for that.
I'm sorry. They have abilities. I'm using them. Okay.
Well, here's
Downshift
my
on a plus note. It's a downshift 1, so I think you guys have a chance of dodging. It was an evasion, so you guys are. Sorry, it is a AOE, so you guys are using your evasion. What is your guys' evasion numbers?
Currently 25.
Gosh, dang. Okay, they can't hit you.
They cannot.
I have 17.
18.
Okay.
Actually, 19. Say 19 specifically.
With our White Ranger being next to us and Gold Ranger, do you guys give any passive boost to our ACs?
All I have is the ability to take hits and then lower their attack rolls, which don't really help in the situation of an AoE attack. So
Okay. Ray, looking at you. On my turn, I can summon my armor, but until then, I'm sitting at a 17. All right, here we go. First AoE attack. Hiya! Critical on the 20, but a 1, so 21. Who's that hit?
It's me.
It's me.
I'm at 25. So
Yeah, you can't get touched by any of these, Gold Ranger. You are zenned up. Purple, white.
Okay, so all right, so they are okay. So we're caught in this.
Yes. That's it. It's a okay. 21 was to hit. So everybody.
Yeah, 17 is my
Okay.
evasion. But I'm not. Hold on. For argument's sake, I'm not surprised by this, or is it automatically it has to be evasion?
It has to be evasion. And everyone's taking the surprise round because it's an AoE attack.
Okay, so I can't tough it out. See it coming and just tough it out.
Yar.
Oh.
Wait, hold up.
Because that's why I'm asking, is because if I see it coming, I can choose if I take it, tough it out.
You weren't surprised, right?
Correct.
Then I will allow you to make that choice because that does seem fair.
Okay.
If you saw it, you were able to brace.
Then in that case, my toughness is 24.
Okay, so they can hit you, but they have to double critical. So if they do hit, it's going to hurt, but if they don't hit, they miss. I just dropped my D4, so we're going to go from there. Anyway, the first one is 21. Who all got hit with 21? So not purple, not gold.
Ellie got hit.
Okay. Nathaniel?
Nathan, did you get hit?
Younger, if you're talking, I can't hear you, man.
21 is my AC.
Ah, dang it. Okay. All right, so 2 on the die, and then my d20 rolled away. Okay, I'm just gonna pick that up in a minute, but this baby is kicking my butt, y'all. Second attack misses everyone with a 10. Third attack, critical on a 12.
Wait, what?
I rolled a 4 and a 9, so I have 13. Sorry. Another 9 and a 2, so that's an 11. Fourth attack, 6 and a 3, so 9. They're rolling like trash, y'all. The downshift sucks. 19 plus, so it's going to hit some of us. Into 3, so 22. We'll hit everyone but our 2 that can't be touched by these attacks. And 16 plus 1, so 17. So I think that's at least me and White Ranger Ellie. Does that hit you?
Ellie does not get hit by that, no.
Okay, so that's 3 attacks for white and green, and 2 for the others that are taking
Even though I
damage.
was alerted, I still get attack from.
Yes, because it's an AoE attack. But if you would like to use your whatchamacallit, sorry, I can't think of the name.
Toughness.
Yeah, toughness instead of evasion. You can choose to do
No,
that.
my evasion is my best skill.
Okay, then
Yeah.
then you are prepared. 17 plus 1, 18 hits everyone once more, and final roll.
No, not Ellie. Nope.
4 and a 1, so a 5 for the miss. So I and the White Ranger both have sidestep. And the ones that hit us for the low numbers, we can take some.
So roll your d6. Just your d6.
And since I have savant, I'm going to activate. Also, I just thought about this. Let's see. I also have step like the wind, or song of wind. It's one of my new abilities. Hey, seriously, dude, come on.
I vote we all use a reaction after I heal you.
Okay. So you got hit. You got hit 4 times.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna burn 3 of my personal power points to try to get out of the way of all of these. Stop, please. First attack per. These. Okay, I missed on the first one. So it matter.
Technically, you should be doing this.
Rolling a d2 to your. Oh yeah, and I'll do it on screen so you guys can see. So this is 2. This is 1. First roll, 2. So I avoid the first attack. No, sorry, that was 21, so it didn't even matter. I wouldn't have burned the PowerPoint. So second attack I missed, and third one also missed. So I take 1 after everything's said and done.
Yeah. Rhea decided that she's going to sidestep 3 times, so she's.
I got a crit on a 6.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you're only taking. So she's only taking 1 as well.
Okay.
But that took her down 3 personal power.
Okay. Yeah. Mine I couldn't even avoid the first one because it was 21, and I only have a 17, and could only roll a 19 at best. So.
Okay.
All right. So you get rid of 3 personal power and only take 1. That means your damage for the 2 of us equals out to. Nathaniel, do you have anything that can negate the one time you got hit?
No, and I thought I got hit twice because you said one was a critical.
Critical on the 4, but not the damage.
Okay,
I forgot to add in my Phantom Suite.
That's what I was asking about, man.
Yeah, I know, and I forgot all about it.
Shake it. All right. Anyway, I'm over here doing the math.
I didn't take anything.
Hey.
I did not take a damn thing.
Good.
So what did I take with the 21?
Oh, hey, could you stop? Thanks. So you just took that first one that hit everybody. That was surprised. Then is what that means. Sir, would you please stop? I'm trying to do math. And by the way, it's really not even that bad. It's literally just 1 energy damage. So
it is just the 1 energy damage, but death by 1,000 cuts.
If all of them had hit, it would have been bad. But that's it. So they get their surprise round, and we now have we need to roll initiatives for everybody.
Roll an initiative.
Getting us in this mess.
Can I just use the score I had last time?
Can I? No. That was a good roll last time.
Get any bonus from our surprise? Or
From your perspective, well, I mean, unfortunately, no, because the mechanics the enemies had kind of screwed you over. Hey, stop grabbing my cord, yo.
I got on one.
But, can we follow the leader? This would be a great time for follow the leader.
Who has followed the leader?
No one has follow me.
The White Ranger should have follow me.
No,
I
no,
don't.
no. The aura. It was either the auras or follow me.
Oh, so you took
took
the
the aura.
you took the alternate version. Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry. Okay, so did you say you go on one?
Yeah.
How'd you get? Did you? Okay.
Yeah. Does you have no initiative skill?
No, I only have initiative when I'm on the
16.
11,
21.
and then
So
enemies.
I didn't take any damage, so my resilience doesn't kick in.
Not yet.
Yeah,
All
if
right.
I read my book, I have both edge and D6.
Gotcha. A big bad boss boy goes on 10. His sister 24.
Yeah.
Super assassin lady 20. Snipers 3. And guardsmen 11 plus 12 total.
That was a lot of numbers.
Sorry. So big bad boss guy 10.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Let's start from top of the order first.
Okay.
20 to 25. I said, what is it? The princess and me, because she had
Okay.
24. I had 21.
Okay.
15 to 20.
Here, I'll mute myself.
Do
So
we
you
have
guys
anything between 15 and 20?
I had 16.
Okay.
Rhea got 18.
Okay.
I had a 1.
Right.
Oh, and didn't you say, Brooke? Didn't you say Gilm got 20? Also,
Yes.
Gilm,
All right. So
YILM got 20.
this is just Burly Dude.
No, this is Joker. This is Joker lady.
Okay. Assassin Girl. Got it. And then
No, she's not an assassin. She's an alchemist.
That's fine. Yeah. I'll fix it in post.
Actually.
Question.
All right. So
I have a question. So, do I still have access to Zeph? I forgot in this case.
I'm going to say no. He is with the other Zords currently.
I could have used.
all right. So yeah. So I've got the alchemist. I've got Rhea, I've got gold.
As a side note, you can always summon your power wing for your action, and then on your next turn, use your action to call your Zord and burn a power point to have him show up instantaneously. Sorry, not power point. Story point.
I'll do it.
But for calling in Zords, just this isn't a very big space, so like unless you have a miniaturized one.
Because I need to buff everyone.
Okay, anyways, Beaker needs to write stuff down, right?
I mean, I would appreciate that.
10 to 15.
Guardsman went on 12.
Ellie got 11.
I also got 11, but I believe Ellie is faster than me.
My
Alright, so
speed is 8.
Yeah, mine's a 7.
Okay.
All right. So that was, you said the guards and then,
Then Ellie, then Carter.
yeah. Okay. Guards. Green. Let's see. I think that's everybody. That's almost. And then
Then it is snipers
big
and then
burly
Nathaniel.
man.
Big burly man is at 10. Yep. And then
Burly man.
that works. And then snipers and Nathaniel.
And then okay. I think that's every. God, that's a lot of fucking people. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's 6 of us. Okay, yeah, I think I got everybody down. Woo! Whew.
Yeah, there's 5 enemy types and 6 of us. There should be 11 people on your list.
Yep, got it.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, there was a lot of numbers thrown back and forth. I had to. All right, so princess is first.
I do want to say, everybody, I just want to say, oh fuck, just oh fuck.
Oh, now you want to say that?
Yeah, I want to say.
Thanks.
Not Ellie saying that. That is me saying that.
Chaos.
Oh fuck.
Okay. Princess is first.
And she decides to kill everyone all at once. Just kidding. She doesn't have that ability yet. Do you guys want to know her threat level? Because I feel like being an evil DM.
Oh, tease me.
Huh?
Tease me, please.
Her threat level is 13.
Oh, we're all 13.
Yeah. Okay, so her first attack.
The princess should be 15.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry, that's Lim. Lim is 13.
Yeah, that's the
Okay,
13.
you were right. She is 15. Hey, chill. Oh man. Plus D10 2 sharp. Multi-weapon. That's oof. Alright. So, she has one or her blades ignite in a frost-like energy as she pulls them out. There's 6 of you. I'm going to see who she targets with the dice roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 2, Nathaniel. For some reason, she has said the blue one is mine. All right. She runs up to you to make an attack. Oh my goodness, son.
No, she doesn't. I take it.
But that's good because it's gonna hurt. All right. D10, D20.
Spending the personal power to activate Golden Guardian.
Okay. First attack, 6 and a 1. So 7 misses terribly. Nathaniel could have dodged that just fine. Just saying. Hey.
Well, there's a reason I want to take all these hits.
Hey. Cool. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that they have to downship that. Hey, you're okay. 10 seconds, y'all.
Well,
No, see, every time she hits me, I get a free counterattack.
not only that, but your resistance. I think you also get a buff on your defense too.
Once I take a point of a type of damage in a particular combat, I have resistance to that damage for the rest of the combat.
I think
Yeah,
that
was it just
is not blunt or sharp, as long as it's not blunt or sharp,
Yep.
right?
As long as it's not blunt or sharp, yes.
Well, since she decided to activate one of her elements, yeah, you're okay.
woohoo?
We'll see how your counterattack does. Like I said, the princess is threat level 15. I'm gonna just say it. I don't know why Rook is doing this to us. The princess is a much higher threat level.
Oh no.
I don't know why Rook is doing this to us.
Second attack, 18 to hit there, Gold Ranger.
Nope. Well, okay, so anything that would hit Nathaniel is going to hit me instead, is basically how this mechanic works.
Oh, weird. Okay, Nathaniel, does an 18 hit your toughness? You are super duper quiet, buddy.
I actually have a 19.
Okay, then you are good to go. That's her turn. Who's next?
How many hits did she land, or did she land any?
None. Missed terribly on both attacks.
Okay, so then I guess I didn't spend the power because it only triggers when he actually gets hit. So
Okay, who's next?
Next is me.
All right. The enemy is 1 square away from you as she's right there and you're right there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take out my. I could use either one of these really. But I get better. I'm gonna use the quantum sword and get up there. Can I make it past Nathan in this? And get on the other side of her?
You can travel through your ally square. So 1, 2, and then you can get here.
Okay, because I want to attack her with the quantum sword. All right. So that's specialized for me. I doubt it's gonna hit. 19.
19 to hit. You're attacking her, the girl, right?
Yes.
All right. There, I should say the princess. Sorry, not the girl. No, not even close.
Fuck. Hmm. You can. I'm gonna ask you a question, and you can tell me if you can answer this or not. Does she have defense bonuses? You can say you're not going to answer it. That's fine.
Yes, she does.
Yes. Yeah, like I said before, she's wearing a power armor, so she has some kind of armor to her.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna before I make this next attack, because this is my second attack. I want to do, and you can tell me again yes or no.
Okay, listening.
I want to activate anger, which is going to give me an upshift on my one-handed weapon. And I also want to activate a quantum power and do quantum cut, which ignores defense bonuses from armor and and forces them to use their toughness.
Okay.
Is that fair?
I don't have a problem with that. You're burning a point to do so.
That's actually fair. Yeah. Not sure.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask those, because I know some probably don't want to reveal that and all
I
this
will.
other stuff.
I will also make a note that because you are using the quantum blade for this attack, she cannot activate resilience as she doesn't know where it is coming from.
Oh, I love you so much. I love you. Okay. So that bumps me up now to a D8 specialized. It's a 16. Yeah. Even with all that fun stuff, that's a 16.
16 total misses.
Damn it. I tried.
You have story points.
I do. We do have a lot of story points, and this might be a good chance to burn. Is it? I'm trying to remember. Is it all the dice, or is it just one?
It's all the dice. It's a total reroll.
I'm gonna burn it, y'all. If y'all are good with it.
I'm good.
I'm sure Chaos is good with it, knowing what's going on.
Oh yeah, he's good with it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trust me.
Totally and utterly against
This is
succeeding.
the
Absolutely
scene
not.
where everything you need, where every little bit you can grant is needed.
Yeah.
Every little bit you can take is needed. So remember, Nathan's got the power weapon boosts. You got Zeo.
Oh fuck!
Those.
Oh shit! I'm missing my D10s then, because of.
Yeah, it's a power weapon.
Power weapon boost.
It is. Yeah. So now I'm up at a D10 now.
Yeah.
Are you?
Trust me, you
Oh.
want. Brooke, agree or disagree with me? We probably need every little bit.
I'm gonna say burn it all. There's no reason to be stingy in this combat.
Yeah.
This is the DM letting you rip loose.
Oh. Thankfully, I have that D10.
I will say it like this: this combat is do or die.
Okay. I'm gonna love this. It's 25 with a crit on the.
Got her. Roll. What's the damage with a crit?
4. It's 2 energy and 2 sharp.
Solid. Hurt, not dead.
That's fine.
She looks at you, and you have gained the ire.
Come on, princess. Let's go.
No, don't do that.
Wood smash.
I think I have one more free action, I think. So I'm gonna activate sad and up my tough and evasion.
You sure
by
you
two.
don't? You sure you don't want to call your power wing?
What was my power wing gonna give me at this point?
+2 to all your
Plus
defenses.
3 to your. Yeah.
Oh, is
I
it
think it's
plus
+3.
+3? I thought
Plus
it was
three
He
to-
already attacked. He already attacked, so it's a standard action to call it anyway. So,
Yeah, so
You're right.
so he can't do it anyways.
it's fine. I'll go to a 26 on my toughness for
It's a
now.
plus. It's a +3 deflective bonus to evasion and toughness defenses.
It's okay. Okay.
Okay. Next.
It would be the alchemist.
All right, Zimmy Lim. Zim Dimadim. Bim Bim Dim Bim Bim. All right.
Think of it like meow.
Oh no. She got a weapon that eats daggers at everybody. Or needles, I should say.
Oh no.
Why'd you do this, Chaos?
She has a
You guys
lot
are
of
driving me
bonuses for what level she's at.
Quite a few, yeah. I was going to say because actually you missed some. You missed a couple things for when they were shooting at us too. But that's it's fine. We got.
It was a surprise round. Anyway,
Yeah.
pew pew, stabby stabby. God, there's so many things on this.
Who is she targeting?
That's a great question. She might be hitting all y'all because you're still next to each other.
If it's anyone adjacent to me, she's hitting me instead.
All right, let me just read
No,
one of her
it's- no,
ridiculous ass
it-
powers really quick. Scrolling down
Unless,
here.
of course, it's another AO.
Most of her stuff is AOE.
Yeah. So,
Most of her stuff is AOE.
morphed individuals within 20 feet. Sorry, I'm looking for this thing.
Individuals within 20 feet of her. Yeah.
Yes. So you took everything from me, which is a full action. So she is upset that there are rangers that are still alive. As a move action,
especially with
if there's
Freya
one
at
morph,
this point.
you may throw a bottle of Beverly needles at all morphed individuals within 20 feet, which I believe you all. Actually, she just needs to move to here, so she will just. Right? 1, 2. Yeah. So that's. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. So here. There you go. So in front of the purple ranger. Within 20 feet, the needles deal 3 damage divided among all morphed individuals ranged with natural weapon.
Here's my question with that.
Uh-huh.
Is it just she rolls one dice and sees if she hits? Like that's kind of like a saving throw, like a reverse saving throw. Like she rolls one dice and then that's whatever her attack is against all of us, rather than rolling like 27 dice.
Yeah, so
So it is another AOE.
The other thing on this one is this is a move action, so
yes, she still has other stuff to do afterwards. So with this move action, she can target all morphed individuals within 20 feet, which is all of you. The needles deal 3 damage divided among all morphed individuals within range with a natural evasion defense lower than 18. Rounded.
Well, I don't get
rounded up. So I have a 17. The White Ranger has a 17. Blue Ranger doesn't
25.
get hit. Gold Ranger doesn't get hit. Our Phantom Ranger, what's your natural evasion?
18.
Okay, so you do get hit. Or no, it's lower than 18? Lower than 18, so 17 and
lower
below.
than 18. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just barely there.
Purple, what about you?
It's 17 naturally, but
Okay.
But I got my +2.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Her needles do not care. So there's 3 of us though, and it's divided equally among us, is my assumption. So we all take 1.
Yeah, and so this is like one of so consider this attack kind of like another Megazord attack. You know, basically it's doing this damage, but it's divided among all the people that are a part of it. Basically, same concept there. Minimum 1 damage,
All right.
regardless.
Right. Yeah. So, you guys all get hit by the needles, and then it is her actual turn.
She has a major hang up because she did that, though.
Yes. Okay, so she has lower toughness and evasion. That's about it. Which isn't good for her because she doesn't have great ones anyway. She's gonna stab the one right in front of her, which is the purple ranger. Purple ranger. She takes a stabby at you.
The one ranger not adjacent to me.
You're
See it
right.
coming.
I'm sorry. 11 and a 1 is a 12. 12 misses you.
Doesn't meet a 26.
Does not. She can hit you. She had to roll way better than that. She only gets 1 attack though, so that's her turn. Needles hurts, and that's about it. Next.
But I took 1 damage from the needle, right?
Yes.
Okay. Trying to keep track of all that. Next is Rhea.
Okay, so here come the buffers. I'm gonna use protective. All allies within 20 feet of me gain a +2 bonus of my 1 defense of my choice. What do you recommend?
Toughness is probably best, but there are a lot of AoEs in here, so
I was gonna say evasion seems to be where we are lacking currently.
So, yeah, 20 feet, everyone gets +2 evasion. I would suggest also activating Shining Leader. That's the.
Hang on. So, morphed 1 personal power, standard act. It's a standard action though.
Yeah, but your aura was a move action, so you can still do this.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna do Shine Leader. So, morph 1 personal power, standard action. The rest of the round, and the entire all allies gain edge on attack rolls.
Hey, I like edge on attack rolls.
So you still have some free actions.
Yeah, use a free action.
Listening.
And I'm gonna run at Jiren.
I guess you can do that. Yeah. How far do you want to go towards him, though?
How far can I move?
Well, let's see. You have your Zephyr Grace, so you get 2 free actions to buy movement speed. So right there, so she gets 2 free action movement speeds that way, and then
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use Zephyr Grace.
All right, ladies and gents, I actually have to call it for the night because we are at the 9:30 mark and then some because we started late.
well,
Cinematically stopping on Rhea, speeding for it.
So I'm gonna
forward. She's kind of like.
someone make a note in the chat. I'm gonna take a picture of the board.
In this chat or the Power Rangers chat?
Either one, just so we know where to start next time because this fight will probably take about an hour IRL time.
All right. So am I just saying?
Initiative order.
What is the note you want me to leave?
Whose turn it was? So and if we can send the order list so we don't have to re-roll and figure everything out next session.
Yeah, then I'll just leave it to Beaker so we're not just stumbling over each other.
Oh man, now I gotta rewrite this and make it clean for y'all. Shit.
All right. Well, let's play some music and get on out of here. Thank you guys so much, and we'll do our after action review right after this.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I took a picture of that. It's okay.
Before we play the music, though, any fun announcements from our other crew?
Let Beaker go first.
Oh no, I'm not. If you want to go. I'm just.
Hang on, I gotta this real quick because. Okay. San Francisco Bay Area peeps who are San Francisco Bay Area peeps that are listening in.
You're
Ray
echoing.
and I are going to GalaxyCon. So we will be there on Saturday. We'll just be audience members. We don't have our own panel or anything. But we are going to GalaxyCon. That is Saturday, August 16th, I believe. It's the Saturday. So if you look up GalaxyCon in San Jose, It's the Saturday one. I forget which one it is, but that's where we will be there. So I'm showing you my face now so that you can see who you're looking out for. Okay.
Nice.
Other than that, I am at SS Perfect Chaos on most social media platforms. Come find me there and, shoot the breeze with me if you want. Rhea, anything else you want to discuss?
I had something, but I forgot.
Oh, well. We'll get back to that.
Okay.
Idiot bitch.
Baker, you got your stuff?
Yeah, so Wednesday we should have Tavern Talks. I don't know who the guest is. Last time, James, it's going to be announced, so keep an eye out for that Wednesday night. Thursday, I'm going back in the garage. I got the Thousand Sunny. You can see it. Yeah.
Sort of, kind of. It's
Yeah.
blurred for
There it
everyone's
is.
excitement.
No, not anymore.
Yeah.
I know how to work this blur. So I got a Thousand Sunny. I'm gonna start on that baby Thursday night. So that'll be fun because I
Nice.
finished up the Going Merry and all. And if you missed it last night, in 2 weeks, episode 2 of my Power Ranger games starts up
I was gonna
7
say,
o'clock on Tabletop Misfits.
ain't getting enough of that Power Ranger action. We know a guy.
Oh, man, I know a guy too, and he's my Red Ranger.
So
Anyway, that's all I got.
fantastic. Couch Quest, you got anything extra for us?
Well, still plugging away at both Spider-Man and Hogwarts Legacy on the PS4. Let's see, about a good chunk of the way through Chapter 2 in Spider-Man, and Hogwarts Legacy, I'm still wandering around blasting dark wizards with unforgivable curses because screw them. Yeah, and you'll catch me again here on Wednesday for Younger's D&D game.
Yep.
Rhea remembered what her little thing was. It's this thing.
This is something I'm going to be doing.
So there you go.
We got 2 Gumplas in the group. Hell yeah, let's go.
Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, be watching for my Instagram because I'm gonna go to the in my area. The Gundam based mobile tour is heading to. I'll be there this weekend.
Okay, I need that location again because every
next to
time
Wing Zero.
time out. Every time you said where the location was, you cut out. Your excitement was too much
Good.
for your mic. We have no idea
Good,
where this
you don't
is
know
at.
where I am now. It's in Virginia Beach,
Okay, sweet.
and I'll have a picture next to Wing Zero.
I'm unfathomably jealous. I just want you to know. I expect all the personal pictures sent my way because I'm a fucking scrub for that. Get out of here, dog. Go down. Sorry, dog licking my kneecap out of nowhere. Exactly. Yeah, right. That's the face. For us, it's the end of the month. New item drops tomorrow for our handy dandy flavor of the month. So if you're a subscriber to Wizard's Tea, get ready for cool how to build bases quick on basically any system that you want because we've generalized it. Obviously, it's mostly for D&D, but I think I wrote it well enough to where it can fit in just about anything. It's also almost the end of the month, so we'll get the new discount codes because tomorrow is when Stuff and Things switches over. And Jared has kindly given us the code for this week. Though, Younger, do you know what it is? Do you see it in the chat?
Nope.
You wanna take a guess?
Fish bear.
Fish? No, that
That
was
was
last
this
month.
month's
That's
code.
this month. Next month. July.
Bear fish. It's bear fish.
No.
Okay, guys.
It's Murica, not America.
Murica.
Just Murica with an explanation point at the end. Merica. Murica. That'll get you 10% off the website. Yell it at me when you see us in our booth. All that fun stuff. We only have one event this coming month, and it's the middle of it, so we're taking the slight break to restock and all that fun stuff. So we'll be posting new stock pictures hopefully in the next week or two when they arrive. Yeah. Younger, am I missing anything else?
I think those are the big things.
Those are big things. Okay, we got cool stuff coming down the pipeline. I'm super excited to share. So keep an eye on the Discord /Facebook/ wherever you follow us, because we appreciate you following, liking, sharing, subscribing, all the stuff, and all the things. If you're watching on Twitch, thank you guys so much for watching. And with adventure in mind, have a wonderful time. Bye.
We were scattered, scarred by fate, fractured hearts that learned to wait. But in the storm we found our flame, a bond that time could not contain. The past tried to break us down, but together we wear the crown. Nexus rise from ashes born, legends forged where time is torn. Not just power, this is will, strength that fire can never kill. Through the cracks we found our roar, Nexus Rangers evermore. From echoes deep